here as well.
I'm going to be scribbling this as we go.
Afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining into the pre-show with me and Connor. We're just talking now about Analysis. If you guys haven't got Analysis, it's well worth a look. You basically have to be, you join it, you sign up, you select the team you support, so it can't be full of shithouse Tottenham fans or something, and then you get to rate your players and kind of join the debate and stuff. But I was just saying to Connor there, I've gone for West Ham 3-1 win, which is it's not going to happen. But the Liverpool supporters, their predictions have averaged out. They're predicting that they are going to lose 2-1 to us today.
Yeah, and I was just, which I find fascinating, and I was just asking Ben as well, because I'm new to Finalysis myself, and I've gone in as, I think we're going to win 1-0. I put one, I know on the pre-match show, or the preview show, or the, I suppose, preview for the end of the season show on Thursday, I think I went for a draw, but getting steadily more confident. So I went for a 1-0, and I was wondering, now that I'm on the app here again, if that is just how they calculate it, but it's an average. So that'd be fascinating to think that they're going to lose. Traj, yeah, world's gone mad. You're telling me. Yeah, so there we be. So wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so stranger things have happened. I was looking back as well. Was it under Bilic? Did we win 3-0 away? Back 10 plus years ago or something like that.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Afternoon Frog, afternoon Troj. Thanks for joining in, guys. The world's gone mad. It has gone mad in more than one way. It's not just, in fact, me predicting, anyone predicting a West Ham win over Liverpool at Anfield is the least crazy thing about the world this morning. To be fair, it's a bit fucked at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Just looking here. Oh, the team is out already.
Are they out already?
Yeah, I have it here. I was just went in here. It's like team news. I have the team here. This is mad early. Will I call it out?
Yeah, go for
it. So we've got Hermansen in goal. Looks unchanged, but maybe just go through this. So Hermansen in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Disasi, Mavropanos, Diouf, Magasa, Souček, Fernandez, Bowen, Castellanos, and Somerville. So that looks unchanged to my knowledge. Bench is Areola, Walker-Peters, Kilman, Wilson, Adama, Todibo, Scarles, Kante, and Mayers. So this is very early. This is a good hour and 15 plus to kick off. I'll give you the Liverpool team as well then while I'm at it.
Here we go.
We have it here. You have that team there. Yeah. So then the Liverpool team, Alisson, Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate, Kirkes, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Ekitike, and Salah. Then the bench is Marmadashvili, Woodman, Chiesa, Jones, Robertson, Frimpong, Nioni, Ramsey, and Negamoa, that young fella, Negamoa, I think his name is. So probably as expected from both sides, really. What are we thinking of the team, our team? Anyway, it's unchanged. So what are we thinking?
At least Tatty's there. A lot of worries about him. I've been watching hours of training footage this week, just looking for him, just trying to see. I haven't seen him. It's been
really
worrying.
I hadn't heard anything. The only kind of worry I had was around Mavropanos. I thought he was a doubt, but I didn't hear about Tani. So glad that he's in there, because I think the drop off. I like Wilson, but I think that from a mobility and pressure perspective, Taddy's in a different space altogether. So I'm glad he's in there. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to suffer through that stress all week, because I definitely would have been worried.
Yeah, it was worrying. It was worrying. Can't be surprised if we get guffed, really. And this is 100% right, Troger. We play against 13, which is true. VAR loves them, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it helped us out last week, and so hopefully it doesn't go against us today. And as we've said before, myself and yourself, Ben, on many occasions, we're due a few from VAR. Like, we've been absolutely rinsed by VAR this year. So I think it's only fair if we get a few decisions going in our favor. So, but like, as in, I can't be surprised if we get done in today. But like, I just want to see a really. I think if we play to our fullest, we could easily get something from the game. And if we don't, and we played well, I'll be happy enough, I think.
Do you know what, though? It's kind of, I felt really positive going into this. And then I kind of spent the last, I don't know, this morning, I've just been kind of reading through the record, like the accounts a bit more thoroughly. And I just, even if we win this, even if we survive, it's going to be bad.
Sorry. I completely get it.
Financially, I mean, it's non-negotiable anyway. We got to survive. But one of the things I noticed when I've kind of had a chance to kind of sit down, because my Saturday mornings are so exciting that I spend them reading accounts, is that last year we posted a profit of 57.2 million, and with our loss this year, that means that we've essentially, our negative swing is not only just the 104.2 million, is actually 160 million plus. The drop in finances since last year is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that turnover's fallen by 42 million pounds. I know there'll be some stuff there like European football and stuff like that, but like commercially, retail side of things has dropped significantly. So I think that is probably down to fan protest. But it just goes to show that if it has dropped, if it is because of protest, the board don't care. There we go, Mandy. Afternoon, Mandy. Claret and Hugh reporting that Brady just had a wage increase. It's like giving your dog a treat after it's chewed up your best shoes and shat it out all over the bed.
Charles is saying, we do have a space for a PSR because I think it's 100 million over 3 years or something like that. So we're probably okay PSR wise, but that's not to say that we're not going to get absolutely milled this summer, because we're going to have to, because I think like player sales is probably going to have to make up a lot of that gap, So irrespective of what league we're in, it's going to be probably a pretty painful summer, I would have thought.
It is going to be. The thing is that the statements inside the accounts is what scares me. Is it's basically the board issuing a statement and admitting that the club is forecasting a liquidity shortfall. The fact that we literally might not have the cash on hand to meet our upcoming bills, which
because there's a big outstanding amount on. There's a big outstanding amount on transfers alone, isn't there? There's a stupidly high number that's due on transfers, and then there's obviously there's the overdraft, and there's some significant payment due in July as well. Like there's a lot of upcoming bills that are going to be challenging to say the least.
There will be no help from the government. They won't, like, even if the Independent Football Commission's in place to help, there'll be no help, because the amount of money the government will save and the amount of face they'll save if we were to go into administration and they no longer had to rent us the London Stadium. Ridiculous. Obviously, we got that European hangover, dropping out of Europe. Obviously, a lower league finish, meaning less TV money, which isn't just an isolated problem to this season. The last kind of 3 seasons we've been walking a thin line. But the finances have just been mishandled so badly. And the one thing that anyone ever said, I can't wait to hear Simon Jordan talk about this, because for someone who supposedly dislikes David Sullivan and Karen Brady, he don't half blow their trumpet. Like he's always kind of saying, the grass isn't always greener, West Ham fans. Look at what they stabilised Birmingham, as much as I dislike them and stuff. But honestly, Simon Jordan's always blowing their trumpet. I want to see him actually come out and see that there's no way he can. None of these people can be good business people. Kretinsky should be fuming because he's going to lose a load of money as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can, like, if this was any other commercial endeavor, if this was just a standard publicly listed company or LLC, whatever form it was, and they had been mismanaged to this degree, the entire board would be gone. Like, you know, like CEOs would be pushed out. You know, it would just be unthinkable. But in this context, they can get. I can't understand how anyone could possibly defend Brady or Sullivan in any respect over the last number of years. It just means, yeah. And I see Troy saying he sticks up for owners of football clubs, which I get, but yeah, I just don't see how there's any defensive.
And this is exactly it, Trodge. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he can defend the board. I don't think he can defend the board anymore. So yeah, their philosophy was to manage the rebuild after Moyes with 2 less out of work managers spending over 200 million. They've single-handedly got us into this mess. You know, poor recruitment, not just player recruitment, but managerial recruitment. When everyone was kicking off, I say it all the time, but when everyone was kicking off about Moyes, it wasn't that we didn't want Moyes. It was that we didn't want that Moyes, that negative style. We wanted to play like more kind of expansive attacking football. So they made a few attacking signings and then tried to shoehorn it in with Lopetegui, who was a defensive coach, and then said to him, "Can you play attacking football?" And then they just absolutely, honestly, it's crazy. But you got to wonder, if we hadn't sold Declan Rice, Mohamed Kudus, and Paqueta, how much? I mean, it looks like that Declan Rice money is just papered over cracks.
Yeah,
it's and that whole board could get us out of this situation if they want. They could drum up the money to cover this shortfall. 104 million between them all isn't much, and the fact
there was some note, wasn't there some note as part of the accounts that they said that if required, we'll step in and pump personal funds or something. I literally had a quick minute, so what I did was I just dumped the whole thing into ChatGPT and said, "Give me the headlines," because I had 5 minutes. So was there something like that, a note or something like that to say that I'll step in and help out with funds if required?
There's kind of like a nod to say we'll do it, but it's like listening to Keir Starmer. It doesn't matter what they say; it's all bollocks. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, they're all wolves in sheep's skin. You know, they couldn't care less. It's a passive investment for Kretinsky. He turned down the opportunity to buy more shares. You know, I mean, I don't know exactly how many shares he could have bought, but I know that he had the ability to buy the David Gold shares, and he didn't buy. I did an article about 3 months ago forecasting this, and it basically Sullivan's used he's been using the club to leverage debt against itself to run itself. It's kind of like the Glazers, but we aren't Manchester United. It's not going to work.
Yeah, no, it is fairly worrying stuff. And obviously all the hoo-ha yesterday was whether it was going to be delayed. Then it came out. It seems to be smoke and mirrors, almost like just slipping it out kind of under the radar almost. But
I was happy. I was happy that it was going to be delayed, because I thought, I was worried about the negative repercussions of this news on the team.
Yeah, I understand. Like, you'd hope the team can separate themselves from this, you know. When there's problems behind the scene, I always do worry that it might end up affecting performances on the pitch, but you've got to hope that it doesn't, obviously, because We've got 11 as the traditional cliche goes. We've got 11 cup finals today included, so hopefully we can kind of separate it and see what happens. And if we do stay up, or if we do get in, hopefully we stay up. Hopefully it'll soften the blow of those financial figures a little bit. It'll still be painful, but not quite as painful.
But next season's going to be a struggle if we do stay up. It's kind of like delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, I get that. I just wonder, is that are the teams coming up going to be weak enough that they're going to, like, because most years over the past couple of years we've been saved on the basis of how poor the teams below us have been as opposed to how good we've been. Like last season is case in point. No one, even though United, Spurs and ourselves were all thereabouts, at no point did we feel like we were going to get relegated. This year has been a totally different thing because Leeds and Burnley to a lesser extent, but Leeds and Sunderland have obviously been excellent. Whether it be a return to the mean in some regard, like maybe they'll drop down a little bit later or next season, whether Coventry or Middlesbrough or whoever comes up to the playoffs, whether they'll just go straight back down again, you don't know. That would be the only reprieve we might have, is if the teams coming up are so weak that we have a year to stabilize ourselves in the Prem and then kick on a little bit if possible.
Do you know what my nightmare is? That we go into administration and Mike Ashley gets us.
Oh, listen, I was just thinking to myself the other day, I was talking to my missus about it, and I was trying to give her examples of how badly we're run because she doesn't really know. And I was like, so I was talking about Mike Ashley to her because she'd be familiar with Sports Direct. We have it in here. We have it in Ireland as well. And I was telling her about that. And then I was thinking to myself, well, at least we're not run by Mike Ashley. That'd be a whole lot worse. Like, but Jesus, can you imagine distressed asset going down? Mike Ashley swoops in, like, couldn't happen, surely.
Talk Sports, the Sports Direct sponsorships on the front of the shirt. Ridiculous. Let's get through some of these comments.
Yeah.
I wanted �𝗓𝗖𝗛, not 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧. I would have been much more interested in �𝗓𝗧. At least if you're going to play defensive football, get someone who's good at it. �𝗓𝗓𝗪 might quit after a year or two, but he would have had a cup run and players would gain value, which is 100% true. Which was crucial to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧. Was amazing. It was ridiculous. It was. Brave lineup, Damien. Afternoon, mate. That's a happier face.
Oh, he's got a new picture. He hasn't got his phone. He's turned his phone upside down.
I think that's Mikel Antonio after one of the car crashes.
Isn't that the one where he Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or something like that?
I think it is. Tom Irons. That's Russ's brother, I believe.
Oh, very good.
Hello, Tom. I believe he's tuning in from Dubai. I believe.
I need to do some international hammers videos. So if anyone from the Dubai Hammers wants to have a chinwag over Zoom call, I'm all for it.
Get it done. Yeah. Apparently Kretinsky had to pay 18 million not to become a major shareholder. I'm not surprised about that though, because he hasn't exactly got a massive shareholding in Sparta Prague. McGasson needs another Man United 10 out of 10. Yep. For us to win this, he does. We were talking about that last week, weren't we? About how good he was against United.
I thought he was okay last week. I'd be interested to see what the comments thought of him last week. I thought he was okay.
He was okay. I'll be looking at the under-21s for more attacking players. Yeah, we've got good attacking players down there. And to be fair, now with this news, I was hoping not to have to do this unless we got relegated, but I was going to kind of make a potential 11 for next season, given some of our youth players, and I was going to kind of do some in-depth kind of stat reports on them, but I think I might just do it now because we're clearly going to be using under-21s next season. If we can keep this squad and find another striker, we'll be okay for another year. If we stay up, we won't be keeping this squad based on our finances. I'll be surprised. We are on top 8 current form, which is true. My manager at work, giving it all week. He's a Scouser. I need to wipe a smile off his face. Well, congratulations to you, Dave. You've met a Scouser that's got a job. That is fantastic. We need to flog players to survive. Exactly. Sullivan, Karen would have been in the Middle East months ago, finding a buyer. Yeah. We had fans who didn't want �𝗓𝗪𝗪. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Everyone does it. Every transfer window, we get players, and everyone's like, "Oh, we got to sign them. We got to sign them." Like Adam Armstrong or someone like that, and then we miss out on them, and they don't really do anything. Simon is the Dubai brother, and overseas in Kent. I know where I'd rather be, Kent or Dubai. Kent's another place in the UK that's just basically military bases, and the Isle of Sheppey is.
I've heard of Kent. Needless to say, I haven't been, so I must check it out. Looks. I'm just putting Kent here into Google. Looks bloody lovely.
Yeah, they use the best pictures. Have a look at the Isle of Sheppey. It's another Canby.
Oh, it's Canby. Oh yeah, I have to get back to my missus on that. We're going to Canby Island for summer holidays this year.
Imagine romantic weekend getaway in Canby Island.
That's where we're off to.
𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗙 sheet. I think 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗙 is alright.
Oh, come on, he's not the finished article, but he was brutal against Burton, but like everyone was brutal against Burton, and he had a great performance as we mentioned earlier against United. He's physical. He's an athlete. I think he can be good. I think he'll turn out half decent. It's just that it's a tough. He's in a tough. We're in a tough position in the league. You know, we're not playing fantastically. Well, we haven't played fantastically up until relatively recently. So, and he hasn't been playing those games because we were playing a different formation. So, to come in last week, I think he did okay.
Exactly as Trudge said as well. If he was shit, other clubs wouldn't be looking at him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Nathan, you know, no one's in court. You know, Freya's got her dance show tonight, so I have to look half decent for that. I was talking to Nathan earlier, actually. He's a Leeds supporter. I was filling him in on how bad financially things are going for us because Leeds supporters know what it feels like to go through it. And I honestly see if we're lucky, that's what will happen to us. If we go down, we'll go down again. If we're lucky. If not, administration, you know, it's
a sad state of affairs, but
yeah, exactly this as well. 100, Michael, afternoon, mate. Thanks for joining in. 104 million in debt, but other club shareholders balance books, their own money. They're allowed to invest 90 million funds. Exactly, they invest fuck all. They just want a passive income, and now, you know, it says here, you know, oh, we don't give each other dividends and fuck off. Like trying to make it sound like you've done something good. The amount of money that they said we were going to save by renting the Olympic Stadium instead of building our own stadium. How have we got ourselves in? Like, if they would, fuck Karen Brady, fuck David Sullivan, fuck Trip Smith, fuck all of them, fuck Kretinsky. At least, the Royal Mail was shit as well since he took over.
Bournemouth equalised. Yeah, so it's Bournemouth. It's one apiece. I was keeping tabs on that.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad that they've waited till this week to get their shooting boots on. From what I saw earlier on, all that I've seen from Xhaka really has just been moaning. I mean, Sunderland are where I thought they'd be. You know, when all the players went to AFCON, you knew they wasn't really going to have the legs to kind of carry it on. Shock last night seeing Villa beat Wolves.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that. I caught the last 30 minutes or so. Yeah, but I couldn't Molyneux was absolutely like bouncing. Like when they scored the last minute goal with the breakaway, and Rob Edwards was going ballistic. It was like he was after the game, like the fans, he was really, you know, he was really giving it something. Like, you know, Villa obviously weren't great in the second half, but Wolves are just, I think I was on Instagram or TikTok, whatever earlier, is like, yeah, Wolves are just like trying to ruin everyone else's season now. They're gone down, so let's just wreck everyone's season.
Fair play to them, but this is what I was saying the other week. You know, at least give us something to cheer. If we go down, I want to see us go down fighting. I don't want to see us just fuck off to the Championship. I want to see us actually fight for it. It's
no, absolutely, yeah. That's what we need to do. At least we've pulled up now. I know we've still got plenty of time to go, but like we could easily have flatlined a number of weeks ago and be dead and buried already, you know? So we've shown a bit of fight to get to a position of we're in the mix, you know, because it did look like for a while that we were just going to be cast adrift. So at least we have that going. And I think it was Mandy was saying earlier, we're top 8 form in the last couple of games. So
it's difficult. It is difficult that when you look at some of these fixtures, but you've got to think about the end of season fatigue. Like I was saying to you the other day when we did our prediction, our running prediction, that I felt reasonably confident about Villa because they've got so many injuries. United, I reckon United will finish third this season. And again, one of the names that we could have brought in was Carrick. We didn't do it.
You're a big, you've been pushing Carrick for a good while, actually. Yeah. So you've been a fan. It looks like he'll probably, assuming, I know there's reticence on the back of what happened with Solskjaer, who in hindsight wasn't actually that bad a manager for United given the recent circumstances. But there's reticence probably to hire Carrick. But I reckon if he keeps going this way, they'll have to give him the permanent job. But
I reckon it's his already.
You would have to think so now, yeah.
I can see everyone in the comments arguing about Areola and
you're not a big Hermansen fan.
No, just because I see someone here has raised the point as well. CM raised the point here. He hasn't really faced much, which is true, but he has got a lot of redeeming qualities, and I will say that. We got Hermansen only had clean sheet because he hasn't had many shots to save. Liverpool will shoot. But Trodge is right here as well. We would have kept a clean sheet against United if the ref wasn't playing Fergie time. In my opinion, if we could take Hermansen and Areola, we would have one of the best keepers in the league. If we could just turn them into one. I think they both got redeeming quality. They're both... One is strong where the other's weak. So, it's difficult, but our defence looks a lot more solid. I would have been interested to see Areola playing with this current centre-backs pairing. We look a lot more solid defensively. Do you know what? If it works, don't mess around with it. So, Hermansen, keep him in. He's going to face some shots today. Ekitike is going to be a pain in the arse. Mohamed Salah is having his worst season in a Liverpool shirt, which means
he's going to score today in the exact same way that Isak scored against us earlier in the season before his injury, and he couldn't hit a fucking barn door. And lovely little finish against us last time out. I'm like, fuck's sake, you know what I mean?
Always the same. Mo Salah's on a 9-game goal drought.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll make it 10, but we'll see. But I suppose at the other end of the pitch, I think Bowen. I did put a little bet builder on earlier this morning when I was having my lunch or breakfast, and I have Bowen to score or assist as part of that bet builder. I reckon Bowen will do something today.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
I think he'll do something. I think Somerville will also look good. I don't rate Kirkez. I know they were playing Szoboszlai's at fullback last game, but I think Kirkez is a bit overrated. So I think we can get at him. And obviously they have Gomez as well. So it's going to be Van Dijk. Gomez, Van Dijk, Canati, and Kirkez doesn't fill me. If I was a Liverpool fan, wouldn't fill me with a huge amount of confidence. Personally, I think we can get at them.
Yeah, I think we can.
And I see Nathan here. Sorry, Nathan. Actually, I was going for Nathan's later comment.
You'd have to pay us to take Melia.
No, that's fair. But I think, Wilson made a big difference last week when he came on. So I can see if it's tight, if we're goal down or level or whatever it might be with 20 minutes to go, I think we should bring the same substitution as last week. Bring on Wilson, I would. because I think that actually worked quite well. I thought last week, even though they didn't score.
He did look active. I think him and Tatty together would be great because Tatty does a lot of work, like chasing the ball and stuff. And Wilson gets himself into good positions.
Yeah.
And I feel like only good things would come from them two up front together. But yeah, I need people to take Kirk's fee into account. The summer will undoubtedly get people offering money for Diouf. He will. People will be. Diouf will be off. I mean, he looks fantastic, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks excellent. Yeah, I'd say like next season, realistically, probably will end up with Scarles at left back. KWP will probably stick around irrespective of where we end up. He'll probably be our right back, you would have thought. Yeah, I think definitely Diouf will be off anyway. That's without question.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him either. I wouldn't blame him.
I wouldn't blame him either.
He might be one of the players that saves us financially. I think that's the only reason the board haven't actually fixed this already. I think they want other teams to believe that they will step in and that we're only selling players to generate transfer fees.
Yeah.
I
think the other big cash cow we have is Fernandez.
Yeah. And Somerville
as well, of course. Yeah, Somerville, like Bowen probably won't generate a huge amount of cash given the age. He might even stick around. I wouldn't if we do go down. They'll probably be interesting. There'll be a few offers maybe, but I think I'm looking at the team here.
I think Wan-Bissaka would generate a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Todibo, I think we'd be lucky to get kind of 20-30 million for him. I think probably closer to 20 mil. Somerville won't. Yeah, he won't stick around. He'll be gone.
He'll go. I think the vast majority will go if we go down. And I think Bowen is the one where I put a question mark beside. He might stick around. I know it's like probably one last transfer he has, but he could just stick around for if we one season in the championship, if we get back up, or if we don't, maybe then, I don't know. I just think he might, but he might also say, look, I've got one last transfer left in me. I'll go to, as I said before, Newcastle or something like that. I don't know.
Because one, we overpaid for James Ward-Prowse, and for two, all of these players are going to lose value because of the financial situation. It's when you're backed up against the wall, you get lowballed by clubs. This is why we sold Kudus for such a small fee, I believe, because we needed to generate funds. It's not how much I would value him at, but this is what's going to happen. We're going to get lowballed by Premier League sides for these players, or European sides for that matter. I mean, I think Fernandez is going to go for a lot less than he's worth, in my eyes, given his potential.
Like he's going places for sure. Like he's so young, but like 4 or 5 years time, like he'll be definitely Champions League football could be Spain, could be anywhere. He'll be a top player, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Somerville's recent form as well will obviously have people coming looking for him. He'll probably maybe get to play in the World Cup as well, potentially. I know they were looking at him last week, so he could put himself in the shop window there as well if he gets a bit of time playing for the Netherlands as well. It's hard, might help his cause in that respect. But
I think we have to pay Leeds more money for him if he plays for Holland.
We do, yeah. But there isn't he eligible for some other nation? Curacao, is that right? Something like that. Some nation he's eligible for. So if he declares for them, maybe we want to pay off the 3 million or however many million we owe them.
Right. Shall we take a more positive turn, because Damien's We don't want
David's
that
getting down. Actually, I meant to break up the chat. Earlier today, you shared a picture on the group chat about a book that you have. Can you tell us a bit about that book that you have?
Yeah. I should have kept it out here, shouldn't I?
I want to know about how you got a hold of this book.
You know, when people
before this, I was okay before this. Right, we're moving on. No more financial talk. We're doing book talk. Right, go for it. Tell us about your book.
Yeah. It's basically kind of like stuff left behind by a previous tenant and stuff, where you buy a bulk of it and you don't really know what you've got or whatever. Sifting through it, I got a signed Pele autobiography signed by the man himself with certificate of authentication of the signature.
It's amazing. And did you buy this? Like, was it like almost like a mystery box in some person's house that they moved out or something? Like, I never heard of this type of thing before.
Sort of like that. It's a bit like that, a bit like Storage Wars sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is going to get appraised. I think you can get them graded and stuff. I mean, it's not in very good condition. It's been kicked around a bit. The outer sleeving is gone, like the original sleeving's gone. It's hardback. But the autograph is just there, perfect.
I saw it. Yeah, you sent the picture. It looks mint from the picture anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that he signed a lot of stuff when he was alive, but I don't know if that devalues it. I mean, I live in Manchester, and we've got the football museum not far from here, and there's not much kind of signed Pele stuff there. It is a pretty good museum, to be fair. I do like it. It's got some strange and weird and wonderful stuff in there.
I've never been. I passed it by. What kind of stuff are you got in there? I
can't remember. I can't remember whose it is. In football museum. I'm going to find out who it is quickly. But I was very shocked by this thing they had here. Right. Someone, I can't find out who it is. Willie Cunningham. Am I back?
You're back. I heard Willie Cunningham. I heard Big Willie. What's Big Willie's story?
So yeah, we're on the second floor, and there's just this glass box with this little fleshy looking lump in it, and it is it's Willie Cunningham's cartilage from his knee.
What?
They've got his actual cartilage in like a square full of liquid. His cartilage is just floating around. They have they've got a Hadji match worn Real Madrid shirt.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Which is beautiful. There's some really, really cool stuff in the museum, if I'm honest. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than the kids did, but there was a lot of stuff for kids to do. There's a really lot of cool stuff. They've got like original football kits and stuff like that. You know, the oldest surviving FA Cup trophy is there. They've got a little bit there for women's football. Absolutely fantastic little museum. When you go once as well, you get a year pass. So if you go there, you can go back again as many times you want within a year. It costs like 15 quid or something, I think.
That's pretty reasonable.
It's not too Manchester club heavy either,
which is good.
It's quite nice. It's quite a nice place. But I didn't see any kind of much Pele stuff in there, if I'm honest.
When are you getting it appraised? Have you got any idea when can you report back and your millions that you're going to make on this book?
I'm probably going to take it to the museum. I'm probably going to email the museum and ask them and see what we can do about that and see if they can appraise it. I think you can lend stuff to the museum.
Yeah, a lot of time you'll see. I was in the Titanic Museum there a while ago, and there's lots of museums that you'll see. I've gone to. And you'll have the little in the Titanic Museum I was in. It's like you'll have like I don't know life vests and clothing and stuff, and you'll see like lent by, on loan from XYZ. So yeah, you could definitely give that a spin.
Yeah, it'd be good. I mean, I think I'm probably just going to give it to the kids.
Yeah, hold on to it. Why not?
We've been twice, and one time was last year. Man United were playing in Europe against I can't remember who it was. I think it was a Spanish team, and the whole museum was just full of pissed up Europeans. It was just, it was insane. It was insane. It was crazy. I do, on a positive note, I am.
Oh, yeah, get positive. Give me some positive vibes there, man.
I find myself trying to analyze anything at the moment because I just want something to make me feel positive. And I feel like Nuno's body language and his overall, just the language he uses is really kind of good. He looks really positive. He looks like he believes in himself.
I completely agree. No, he does. He has a bit of aura about him. He oozes a bit of confidence. When he speaks, you kind of believe it, you know? So I like Nuno. Before we move fully back on, Sam's asked me about the Titanic Museum. Massive Titanic enthusiast Sam is. It was great. I went up north there. Been there quite a few times. It's not the longest drive from Dublin. But yeah, no, it's great. It's really cool. Some of the best bits were like they'll fully recreate the different quarters people like lived in, like to scale, and you can kind of see, you know, what like a first class setup would look like, what a you know, person working in the engine room, what conditions they'd be living in, and like so much you know, not memorabilia, but like, you know, like all kinds of life vests, clothing, like watches, spectacles. They'll have a huge amount of stuff and they'll tell stories of each person and their story behind the Titanic and what happened to them, did they survive or not. So yeah, I would really recommend it if you're in the mood or if you're in the vicinity of Belfast. But yeah, getting back to Nuno, I like Nuno big time too. He does give me confidence whenever he talks. I feel like, you know, he's putting his stamp on the team, which was taking a bit of time, I know, but like I think like one of the most instant impacts was just our corners. Like we haven't conceded a corner in a while. Famous last words, I'm touching wood now, but like simple things like that have improved. Obviously, our defense has improved. So yeah, I like Nuno, I must say. Yeah, what are you smiling at? We got some gas comments coming in, have we?
We got to do what we got to do, Nathan. we got to have something that isn't.
Well, listen, Sam asked a question. I'm going to feel the question. Like if he's asking, you know, if he's asking about a sinking ship, you know, listen, you know, why not?
A Titanic museum is proof that something can sink and still be interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, we've shared a lot of parallels there. You know, so yeah. Listen,
it's yeah, it's.
I'll answer any questions if our chat asks. You know, so it's a good comment though. Fairness to you, Nathan.
Nuno, worst in-game management since 𝗪𝗲. I agree. His subs mid-game very testing, especially when we're winning. It scares me. But in terms of mentality, I see the thing the other day, the interview with Somerville the other day, which of course he's not going to turn around and go, "Oh, what do I think of Nuno? Oh, he's a wanker." But he was saying how much he plays for him, how much he makes him believe in himself, and how much kind of Nuno gets him there. So I like it. I think he's doing well to motivate, and I think that Paco was definitely needed to help him check himself.
Yeah,
and I think you need that. I think it's really important sometimes to be. I'm one of them people. I openly ask for criticism because I think criticism is the only way to learn. Criticism doesn't mean you're bad at something. It just means you've got more to learn, and no one's perfect. So if you need someone just as good under you to push you to be better, sort of thing. It's the same as having two good goalkeepers. They push each other to be better. And I think that's what he needed. I think he needed that Paco. I think he needs more of his team behind him, but that's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. That was part of the reason probably why it took quite a long time to get Nuno to put his full stamp on the team and get the team working, going the right direction, because it was him coming on his own. Like, you know, whenever you hear of successful managerial stints at any club, a lot of the time in retrospect, you'll hear that a certain assistant or, you know, X, Y, and Z coach had a huge input into that success, you know? You heard that with Klopp years ago. I can't remember, there was his second in command was almost like, you know, at times considered like the real brains behind the operation. And obviously it's happened in other clubs as well. So having him not have his team brought with him, but I think having Paco been brought in, like, I think, you know, obviously it's pretty much a direct correlation with their uptick in form as when Paco arrived. He's obviously managed to put manners on Nuno more times than he's failed. He's obviously failed on a couple of occasions. There's one notable example where the much maligned Kilman came on when we really didn't want that to happen. But as Θρωj and maybe Damien, or I can't remember, I think it was Θρωj saying, like, his in-game management, it's improved since Paco. But yeah, Nuno still does have that kind of panic, knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
Like almost like inherently built into him, where we concede and or are trying to defend the lead. He kind of when the pendulum swings, he tends to resort back to, you know, bringing on, you know, Kilman or whoever, and never goes well. The one thing we were saying last week was, if he does go defensive, at least the next cab off the rank isn't Kilman, it's Todibo. But we still don't want to see that today. If we do go up 1-0 up, or whatever it might be, if we go, I don't want us to sit on that lead, because we'll draw or lose if we. I still like to see Todibo at central defensive mid. I wouldn't want to change the lineup we've got here, but I would like to see that. Yeah, like I think it's something that could be explored for sure. So yeah, and then obviously we'll have a few. We'll obviously have Potts and Pablo back in. Like, we're not the deepest squad in the world, but like, I think Pablo, as we're discussing midweek or on Thursday evening, not today, probably not even midweek, but like, there's certain games that I think when Pablo is back fit towards the run-in, or in the run-in, he'll feature. That will make a big difference, I think, as well. Because I think he'll do a lot of that kind of donkey work, chasing down, putting pressure on, which could hopefully open up the weaker teams, in the sense that he might, you know, win the ball back up higher in the pitch, you know. Yeah,
it's definitely, he's definitely got some options there. I like this from Sam. My take on today: Tati score, Fernandes assist. I love that positivity.
Yeah, no, again, if I love that goal that Tati scored, I think he's due another one. If he can get the likes of Somerville and or not Diouf, should I say, swinging a few balls on his nut, that'd be nice. Yeah, I think Tati can cause problems today. And as I said earlier, I don't think the Liverpool back four is the strongest in the world. So I think there's a chance that he can get on the score sheet. I do think like a lot of the games we've been talking about, I did bet on it actually that we'll win 1-0, but I don't think one goal will do it for us today, in truth. No. I think we'll need one or two, I think, to get a result today.
Just a quick one on this. Afternoon Wild. Anyone can talk about whatever they want in this chat. It doesn't matter if you agree, if you disagree, or anything. Just comment. It doesn't, like, you haven't got to stop.
Is there a bust up in the chat? Is there a row going on that I'm not aware of?
Having a go at Damien. Damien obviously is quite active in the chat, but come on, guys. There's not a lot to be positive.
Let's all get along here. We're all pulling the same direction. We can disagree over certain players or managers or systems or whatever. We're all here for a bit of crack.
Who is he up against? I haven't actually had a look at the Liverpool lineup. I know
I have the team. I had the team up, but since I had the team up, I actually just went on and looked at I was reminding myself of what was going on at the Titanic Museum for our buddy Sam. So I've clicked off that page, but I was reading about Kirkheads before that. I'm going.
Yeah, so he's going to be
here.
Kirkheads.
I wondered how much he went for. But,
is it
full-time Bournemouth won, Sunderland won anyway.
Yeah, is it going to be Kirkheads? No, it's Gomez. It is Gomez. Sorry,
Gomez, yeah. It's going to be Kirkheads and Gomez. So Gomez is likely going to be playing at right back, you would have thought, with Kirkheads on the left. So Bone versus Kirkheads, and then wee Jimmy up against Gomez, which I quite like the look of those two. I like those battles. I think they're ones that we can make hay with a bit, you know?
Yeah. I think on his day, Somerville's good against anyone on his day, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you said anything offensive or anything. I just don't want to see people argue. Like, if people want to comment, let them comment. If they don't want to comment, they don't want to comment. That's all, really. Just don't need to tell anyone to stop talking.
Nuno, I was just looking here, Scott here, moving on from the pitchforks that are out in the comments. Nuno's mood should encourage fans, according to Sky Sports News. Sky Sports reporter Chris Reedy recaps the mood from Nuno's West Ham press conference. So, where the mood is buoyant apparently. Let's keep it buoyant in the chat as well. What about that? But I think everyone would be jumping around the place if we managed to get all 3 points. If we get a point today, I'd be happy as Larry. And then tomorrow is not the easiest games in the world for the two relegation rivals that we have. I'm discounting kind of the likes of Leeds and so on at this point.
Joe Gomez has got 162 games for Liverpool without scoring.
Are you calling today the day?
Fucking ridiculous. When you see stats like that on TV, it's fucking ridiculous. Will is cool, just isn't used to Damien. Fair play. Fair play.
What was that, sorry?
Mandy's.
Oh yeah, that's very good. Yeah, that's fair.
Not used to Damien, which is fine.
That's all good. We're all pals.
Oh no, I don't want to be using the ban hammer. Don't want to be using the ban hammer. I don't know. I've just seen. I mean, Nuno's on TV right now, and he looks quite ready.
Wasn't it last week that Taddy was walking around like, you know, strutting and stuff, giving it one. So Nuno's doing something similar. He looks ready today.
I fell for that, didn't I? Like he looked cool as a cucumber. Callum Wilson looks quite slick. He come off the bus with a espresso.
You know, Callum. I was my missus had Emily in Paris on there the other day, right? You know, Emily in Paris. There's a guy in the new series. He's English in it, and he is the spits of Callum Wilson. I guarantee if you look up Emily in Paris and look up the characters, there is literally like a doppelganger for Wilson.
I know who you're talking about as well, actually.
Looks the absolute spits of him. Anyone in the chat, any Emily in Paris fans in the chat, I can't say I watch it myself, but I've caught a glimpse of this guy and he's the spitting image. But tomorrow we Brighton at home to Forest, Fulham at home to Spurs. Like, I don't see both those games going our way, but I can see one of them going our way. I can see Brighton and not Forest drawing potentially. Fulham, it could be 2 draws actually. Fulham could draw with Spurs. I know we're playing Fulham on Wednesday, but you know they could go our way. You never know. Brighton got a win last week for the first time in what feels like forever.
AI are predicting Tottenham Forest to be 2-2.
Tottenham for Tottenham and Forest, both games to be 2-2.
No, Tottenham versus Forest, sorry, 2-2. That's all. That's the only Tottenham tidbit I've got, because I was looking at that the other day as one of our games in prep.
Oh, sorry, yes. It's one of the games coming up. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, kickoff is at 3, everyone. Yeah. So 20 minutes to go.
Let me have a look here. I think I've got it here. AI is predicted. So they've got Fulham. AI is predicting a 2-1 loss for Tottenham and a 2-0 loss for Fulham against Brighton.
Or it's Forest against Brighton. Yeah. So, yeah, if there was 2 losses there, like last week, if there was 2 losses and we repeat the same trick and get a point, that'd be certainly 1 point gained for sure. Playing Liverpool, like, you know, if we can get a point today, I'll be buzzing. Not in the same circumstances as the point against Man United, like that obviously gutted me. Same against Brighton and others. But if we could get any form of point here today, I would be delighted.
If we play for 90 minutes, how we did for the opening 45 against Chelsea,
yeah,
we will win this game.
We'll be up a couple of goals at halftime. That's the one thing as well we have to focus on. And again, it was from last week, and I wasn't as frustrated as others were after last week. Like, I think there was a knee-jerk reaction after last week saying, why didn't we go for it? Why didn't we do X, Y, and Z? I think we did, to be honest. Give a reasonable account of ourselves. I think we carved out an awful lot of chances. The XG shows that. I just want to see that little bit of extra level of kind of composure, clinicism. Like, I think that, you know, Bowen could have taken an extra millisecond to compose himself at times. And obviously Somerville, there was those 2 early chances to Sassy. Now, that was a scramble on the line from the corner. And then Somerville, that amazing ball. Was that would Tati play that curving ball that Somerville got on the end of? That was an amazing bending ball. Like, if De Bruyne had pulled that off, it would have been like, it would have been all over, you know, YouTube, been clipped up. It was just,
that's one of his qualities. One of his qualities is he can see. This is an interesting one. Do we progress in the FA Cup or submit and focus on the Premier League?
That's an excellent question. I was actually talking to my Spurs buddies today, asking them similar questions like, do you jack in the Champions League and focus on the Prem, or vice versa? And their answer was like, let's just try and attack on both fronts. You know, I do think that I would definitely rotate to some degree, probably. And by rotate, I mean play Scarles instead of Diouf. You know, bring Potts back in when he'll be available by the Brentford game. That kind of thing. But I think we saw what QPR did for us. It kickstarted our season. Burton was a banana skin that we just about got around. And obviously Brentford is a bigger challenge, but I think we can give it a whirl with some low level rotation and keep going, because, you know, I think, you know, keeping the momentum and the confidence as high as possible, I think, is important. That's what I would look at. Again, a bit of rotation, maybe just keep our team fresh, but not completely sacking it in, like, you know.
I think we should just be trying to win every game.
Yeah.
I think we should be trying to win every game. But Brentford are beatable. We haven't got Europe. The players are starting to find form. The system's starting to work. Every extra game under Nuno is practice for the league, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree.
I say I don't think we'll win the FA Cup, but stranger things have happened at sea. You know, I just think we need to win every game. And I think for those of you who didn't tune in the other night, me and Connor, we do a Thursday evening show, Gift of the Gab, 9 till 10 on a Thursday. We kind of had a look at our predictions for the rest of the season and where we think we're going to get points and stuff. One of the things I did was I checked with AI how it thought things were going to go, and it gave us it said that we're going to scrape relegation by 4 points, and that we are only actually going to win 3 games for the whole rest of the season. That's against Wolves, Everton, and Leeds. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, I think we'll get. I think there's scope for more than just 3 wins. Like, I think they're some of the Wolves and the Leeds game, and the Everton game. I believe they're all at home. There's a couple more opportunities there to get a couple more wins. Like, you know, like if we could leave this week with either 3 points, as in this game week between ourselves, this game and Fulham, if we could leave with 3 points, 4 points, I think I'd be feeling pretty good about it. Like if we win today, I'll be feeling like I'll be feeling we're unstoppable. Like I think if we win today, now again it's a big if, but can you imagine like both Spurs and Forest have this as a categorical home win? They're like, this is a home win. We don't need to worry about West Ham this week. They're going to lose 3-0, and we just need to focus on ourselves. If we can go and squeak a win here today, the pressure that will be, first of all, will be ahead of Forest on points, will be a point clear of Forest. They're going to be shitting themselves going against Brighton. So if we can go and get a point or a draw, obviously points still leaves us in the relegation zone, but I still think a point would hurt them too.
Yeah. We've got Mandy here. Scores in, please. We got Willie is the first one. He reckons 2-2, which I think is a good shout. I think there's going to be goals today. I think you're spot on there. I'm going to let you talk about what you think is going to happen, and I'm going to run off for a toilet break quickly before the game starts.
Go for it, right? Yeah, you go for it. Yeah, because you're on the watch along as well, right, guys? Yeah. So, I'll go with mine. So I've been humming and hawing over this one, but I'm going to feel confident. I'm going to echo Mandy, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I think it's going to be tight. I also think there's a possibility of either a 1-1 draw or a 1-0 win to West Ham. I do think there's a possibility for that. But I'll put my money on the line, and I'll go 2-1 win. See a few 2-1 wins. See a few 2-2s as well. I'd welcome a 2-2 draw. I'd welcome a 1-1 draw. I'd welcome anything that gets us a point on the board. So I would take a 1-1. Yeah. So I'm liking to see that there's lots of like no one, because typically in a scenario like this, you might see like, oh, we're going to get wiped out 5-1, 5-0, whatever it might be. But it's good to see that a lot of the fans here are going for 1-1 cross. Can I do this? I can. I have control of this. So we've got Crosshammer going for a 1-1 or a 2-2. Bingo. We'll give Sam a spin. 2-2. Who else we got? Troj, you're getting in the mix too. Mandy, did I show you up? I'm taking over here. Ben's no longer got control of the comments. It's all me now. So yeah, it looks like I've been throwing up a few of the comments here. We've had a lot of 1-1, 2-2s, 2-1s. No clean sheets. Anyone calling out for a clean sheet? I haven't seen any yet. So I went 2-1 in the end, Ben. I was kind of humming and hawing between 1-1, 1-0 to us, or 2-1. But I settled on 2-1, which seems to be one of the more popular.
I believe it's going to be 2-1 West Ham. On Finalysis, I've predicted 3-1 to West Ham.
I love a 3-1.
But I think I sent it to you guys earlier. Let me just show the chat. On Finalysis, the Liverpool supporters, they're predicting. It's blurring it. They're predicting that Liverpool are going to lose 2-1 to us today. The Liverpool supporters are predicting they're going to lose to us today.
The level of pessimism from Liverpool is shocking, really. That surprises me. I'm on Finalysis here now myself too, now having a little look here. But yeah, I find that surprising. But again, it just does go to show that we have a much more people understand that we're on a finer run of form, and also Liverpool haven't been super sexy, obviously, recently. Let's hope we don't score early and rev them up. I wouldn't mind scoring early, but I get at the same time that it does always lead us into temptation, shall we say, to sit back. But if we could, as we said, as Ben, you were saying earlier, if we can have a Chelsea first half, build up a big lead, big by maybe being 1 or 2, and now we're getting ahead of ourselves now in that regard. But if we do, I'd feel pretty good. But yeah, we'll see.
I also I want a bit of a strange one actually, but I was doing some research before the game, and one of the things I found out my missus is she does sign language. She does like BSL, and she's massively into sign language. Massive advocate for deaf people, and I can't understand a word of it. Well, obviously it's not really a word, is it? But I don't understand sign language at all. So it amazes me that she's learned how to speak with her hands. It's just another way to call me a twat, I reckon. But today's game, Liverpool will be hosting You'll Never Walk Alone completely in BSL.
Oh wow!
Which is a really, really nice thing to do for deaf football supporters. I think that's a really lovely thing to do.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
It's just a random little fact there. I like seeing when the football clubs kind of do something meaningful for supporters. I see Newcastle fans. I think it was supporters who were hard of hearing. They got given shirts that vibrated to kind of so they could feel the atmosphere when the sound levels rose, the shirt would vibrate or something. And I thought that was a really, really lovely to make those children shirts that specifically designed to help them feel more able to fit in. I think it's lovely when clubs, because football's for everyone, and it's nice when you see clubs run by millionaires who couldn't give a fuck about people, but when they do stuff like this, it's just nice to kind of see that inclusion. I'm a massive fan of silly stuff like that for football clubs.
No, I like it too. No, I'm a big fan. Obviously, I think people. Thankfully, the world now is more aware of the differences that may or may not present themselves that people might have. So any kind of audio, visual, or anything in between that they can offer for fans or people more generally, I'm all for. So yeah, that's a nice thing that Liverpool are doing today. Hopefully they don't do too many nice things on the pitch. Hopefully,
yeah. Let's hope not. I think Cross is in the chat. Hello, Cross, mate. I actually, when I come back from the toilet and I saw this that you'd highlighted, Ben, I actually thought that was Mandy asking me if I was going for a 1 or 2. When I said I was going to the toilet, when I come back, I thought, fucking hell, what's this?
The conversation has really gone down a fucking dark route, real toilet humor going on while you're, off. Yeah. I bring the tone down.
We got Cross here, really nervous about today, just in case we get whipped and it hurts our morale. A few years ago, I would have been worried, but this is not a Liverpool team that worries me in that sense. I may be wrong. Liverpool lineup. Let me bring it up for you. There we go. You're all going to have to bear with me today because Russ has kind of set it all up for me and idiot-proofed it, but I am a top-level idiot. So I'm going to try my best doing the whole watch-along and stuff. Technical difficulties will be an inevitability, but we'll try and keep them to a minimum. That's why it doesn't look as polished today, because Russ has had to make this kind of idiot version for me to put up. So Bosley is back.
You're doing a fabulous job. And going back to the nerves level, as you know, I've been a nervous wreck for weeks on end now. And Bournemouth last week, I was wrecked. Previous games, I was a wreck as well, because they were games that I felt like we needed to get something out of those games. And I felt like if we didn't at least get a point or whatever it might be, I feel like it was going to materially impact our survival chances. I'm still nervous. Don't get me wrong. I've got that nervous energy about me when I flick on the TV now in a few minutes. But I'm not a nervous wreck, because I feel like this is not in the must-win category for us. But I think we have a great chance. As you say, Ben, this is not a vintage Liverpool team, either in personnel or in performances. So I think that we can get at them. I think we've got the weapons to hurt them. They undoubtedly have weapons that can hurt us. Obviously, as we discussed, Salah hasn't performed very well, hasn't scored in ages, which is obviously ominous. Ekitike, we know he's handy. And obviously, Szoboszlai could probably ping a free kick in from 50-odd yards, But having said that, I think that it will be nip and tuck, and I think that we can get at them on the left-hand side. I think Bowen he's been. I know there's been criticisms, and I've even criticized him, but I think that, you know, he does an awful lot of work to drag other people out of position. And I just have a feeling that he'll just come to life a bit today and get a goal or assist. And that's what I've obviously put a few shillings on, you know?
Yeah, I think I haven't had a bet today, purely because I just can't trust myself anymore, clearly. When gambling, it's
I'm not betting big money now. I'm betting a few little few euros here and there, you know. It's nothing to get carried away with, you know.
It's just typical. Last week, I thought one of my dead certs were over 2.5 goals against Bournemouth, like just in the game.
Oh yeah, we were certain there was going to be fireworks, weren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still shocked. The highest XG without scoring this season, you know, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is something I've underlined before in the breakdown, is that it's positive in the sense that it shows that we're getting the ball in the right places. We just need to start finishing them.
Yeah, absolutely. That was last week's. That was the tail of the tape last week. Was just need to take those chances and be a bit more clinical. And I'm hoping that, you know, they've got their shooting boots ready today, you know, to take. Because the bottom line is, like, we're gonna create chances. There's no, they're gonna create chances and we're gonna create chances, and it could just come down to who is more clinical on the day. This could be a coin flip, you know, in that respect. So hopefully it's us that's clinical. Hopefully Somerville can, you know, get on the end of you know, one of Tatty's unbelievable through balls, or hopefully someone can stick it on Tatty's big nut and he can like just absolutely smack it in. Or Bowen can do his usual trick, come off the right and, you know, flash it in, you know.
I'm looking at the predictions from the people in the studio. We've got Liverpool 4-1, West Ham 3-1, Liverpool 3-1. The three fellas.
Well, whoever had West Ham, I like that. I like to see that. But yeah, I can, like, this game could be anything really, you know, like, as in Liverpool could come to life and it could be a very tough day at the office for us. It could be the opposite. We could absolutely smack them. Or we could both be ineffective and we get a dull draw, or it could be a high 2-2 draw. It could be, honestly, this game I can't really predict. That's why I've hummed and hawed over the score all day, and I've settled at 2-1, but I don't even feel confident with that, to be honest. Well, how could I feel confident? But it's one of those games where I think, as I said, it could be anything.
It could go either way. It could go either way. But right, what have we got? We got 3 minutes till kickoff. Teams are on the pitch. Players look chill.
Well, Ben, I'm going to nip off because I need to go to the bathroom before this game kicks off.
No worries, mate.
I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks to everyone in the comments. I'm going to just click this red button, right? I'm going to leave the studio. That's all right. I'm not ending any stream there if I leave the studio. Is that fair to say?
No, just click the X. Use the same link if you want to come back in at halftime.
Yeah, I was going to say, depending on circumstances, I'll either be in the mental frame or space to jump back in or not. So I'll let you know if I'll be back. If we win, I'll be back for sure. I know you're jetting off, but if we win, I'll come on for 5 minutes just to jump around the place with the chat. But anyway, listen, I'll leave you to everyone in the chat. All the best. Chat later, right?
Cheers.
Enjoy, guys. Come on, you Irons.
Let's get some support down in the comments for Connor, please, guys. Right, okay. This isn't right, is it? Right, bear with me. As I said, Russ has set this up to be idiot-proof, but apparently I am an idiot. 1 second. I guess that will do. Okay, right. So we're very close to kickoff now. As you can probably tell, Russ, Holly, and Anton are all very busy today. So you've been lumbered with me. I do apologise. I'll try and do as good a job as I can for you all. Let me see if I can fix this. Nope, we'll just leave it like this. Sorry, guys. This is how it's going to look today. I'll move that out of the way, though. Right. Let's go. Are we all feeling positive today? Are we all feeling nervy? I am feeling positively nervy. I got real good feeling about today. I had a real good feeling about Bournemouth as well. Although I was more optimistic for this game. They are showing the sign language, which is beautiful to see. Again, if you are aren't watching, they're doing the sign language. You'll never walk alone, helping everyone feel included. It is everyone's game. And as I was just saying to Connor, I do really, really, really love when football clubs do this. Everyone should be represented in football. And I think it's a really fantastic thing to see. Truly, the song as well, You'll Never Walk Alone, as Mandy said here, what a beautiful song. The best possible song for this as well, really, you know, they're not alone. I think it's great, personally. But that is just me. And we are off here. So we are on the attack. No, we're trying to play a ball over the top. Headed about, bit of ping pong there. Bit of ping pong. We can see here. Let me just move this so I can see a bit better. We've got the ball in midfield. Shape looks good. Very sunny day in Liverpool. I'm in Manchester. My clock is working. It should be on there. What have we got here? I'll try and get it in sync. There we go. That should be about it. So yeah, I'm only down the road in Manchester, and it's definitely not as sunny as it looks in Liverpool. Although it's not a bad day. It's been raining this morning and that, but yeah. Ball getting passed around a bit at the back by Liverpool, looking to make a bit of space. Out wide there, closed down by Tati. He gets everywhere, doesn't he? Tati gets everywhere. Yeah, we are playing a high line. I think we have to be fair, although Liverpool look like they're going to try and exploit that. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃 goes shoulder to shoulder, ends up going down, wins that header. Liverpool coming down the flank, ball played round 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃, back out onto the byline. Edge of the area, ball, nope. Pass is cut out by 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃 there. He sees the lane and closes it. Liverpool are pressing though. They've won back possession. Again, in that location, that ball over the top looks worrying. Hermansen, easy for Hermansen. Give me 1 second. I've got to address a reflection on my screen. So, yeah, played out of danger, straight to midfield, headed out to Somerville, who is having a bit of a battle with Gomez, loses possession again in our half. This will be the problem. Where we lose possession is the worrying thing. Simon, evening, mate. Nice one. I bet the weather's nice there. I bet the weather is lovely. Looks like back three. Aaron wan-Bissaka pushed in. Yeah, he has been playing fairly central. Playing a fairly high line. Yep. Sticking one finger up. The Scousers will know that one already. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Wasted cross there from Liverpool straight into the hands of Hermansen, which is good. As a goalkeeper, you want him to get early touches on the ball, get used to that. Get used to having the ball in hand and stuff. You know, it's a good little warm up for him. Passing it around between the keeper, the back defenders, absolutely horrific ball from Disasi there. Looked like it went out of play, but Somerville managed to keep it in. It doesn't matter because Diaz picked it up and passed it straight to the Liverpool bench instead of Somerville, who was not even a metre away from him. they look a bit shaky. I don't know, the defence passing it out quickly. Right. Oh, Bowen's playing really quite deep. Wan-Bissaka again cutting out the cross. Ball goes out for a corner. Ķirkē's tried to stand up the cross there, and Wan-Bissaka was having none of it. Just shut the door on that. How's everyone feeling? It's not been the start we wanted. Like they say, you know, you want to try and control the beginning bit. There's big old, you know, Van Dijk making his way into the area for this corner. Quite worrying, really. Ball goes in from the corner, headed out, just to the edge of the area, headed back in, back out. Pass goes across, inside the area, bottom post. Liverpool have scored. Hugo Ekitike slots it past Hermansson on his near post. I saw some bloke on Twitter slagging off Areola on his near post. Well, he should be saving them on his near post. It was a very, very weak shot played into that low on that near post. Showing the replay now, absolutely horrific. He's onside. He has time to take a touch, get it on his right foot, and then finish with the side of his foot. Good finish, to be fair, but it's low. Goes through Mavropanos' legs, so maybe the keeper didn't see it in time. But for me, you shouldn't be beaten by a little. It just dribbles over the line. It's a weak shot on the near post. He's only ever going one place. Hermansson doesn't even put a hand out. He doesn't even reach for it. It's fucking horrific bit of keeping, really. It's Mandy, I like your positivity. Yeah, might calm Liverpool down because they do look rampant. Could work the other way. Could ramp them up even more. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good at all. That's the difference. Areola saves that. So our group chat at the moment, Luke is saying Areola would have saved that, and that's the difference. And I completely agree with him on that. Completely agree with that. Rusty, don't bring me in. Right, Russ is going to come on and sort out the layout for me. Hermansson just didn't even stretch for that at all. That fucks me off, to be fair. It makes me really fucking angry. That does. Really, really makes me angry. Terrible bit of keeping. And this is one of the things, you know, he hasn't had to face many shots, and this was one of my problems with him. Almost a good through ball there. Almost played round. We got some other football on. Let's get the scores on the doors. All the other games: Burnley, Brentford 0-0, Newcastle, Everton 0-0 at the moment. Russ has saved the day and fixed the layout. There we go. He's a superstar, and he cheers Russ. Yeah, Bowen is really deep there. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. Yeah, I knew we'd have to score today. Hermansson poor. Really poor. Really, really, really poor. Annoyingly. It's not good at all, really. Not good at all. Right. Right, Wan-Bissaka on the ball. Yeah. Ball thrown into Bowen over the top. He's immediately ganged up on by two Liverpool players. Ball goes out for a West Ham corner. Looks very congested down that right side of the pitch. Looks very congested. Oh no, it's gone out for a throw-in, not a corner, sorry. Wan-Bissaka throws ball in, ball crossed into the area. Hits Van Dijk, who's nowhere near a West Ham player. So that shows you how good that cross was. Hamilton comes up, boots the ball upfield, immediately losing possession. Gomez on the ball. Ball makes it past loads of players. No one wanted to pick that pass up. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball, plays it out wide to Bowen. Plays it back down the 1-2. Good vision there for Wan-Bissaka, who hits the Liverpool player with his cross attempt. It goes out for another West Ham throw. Bowen's got the ball there. Pass it through. Again, congested. We're trying to play short passes. Ball's gone out for a corner now. 𝗪𝗃𝗃 looking a little bit shaky there for me. But yes. Yeah, keeper goes over. The 𝗪𝗃 goes over, sorry. Here comes the West Ham corner. Fairly spread out across the area, I'd say. There's a few men that look unmarked in the middle of the area to aim for. Ball comes in fairly deep. Head up. Straight out of play. Straight out of play. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧 just headed the ball up in the air. That's the kind of header we need to see from him up the other end of the pitch, not where he is, in my opinion anyway. Get involved in the chat, guys. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, your thoughts on the game. I'm here on my own, obviously, so it'd be nice to feel like I'm not talking to myself. So there we go. Ball's pinging around now. 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃. Fernandez takes the ball off 𝗪𝗃𝗃's toes. He's got Summerville out wide. Plays it out to Summerville, who's on the edge of the Liverpool area. He takes on Gomez, loses him, flicks the ball into the middle, but Tati's just on the wrong side of the defender, who gets to it first. Back out to Summerville, goes out for another West Ham corner off of Gomez. Looks a bit better out down that left side than the right-hand side. The left side look a lot less prepared for this than the right-hand side is. Right. Header, corner comes in, header straight up in the air, bit of a mess. Ball goes out of play. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧 has stuck it over the bar again. Yeah. Yeah. That was a great chance. It was a great chance for 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧. Looking at this as a one-off, we can get something. Yeah, it would be good. I've still got a good feeling about the game. I just think we've started fairly slow. What a chance by Mavro. It was a great chance. He's had two good chances there. You have to take the positives from it. Liverpool have got a throw-in. No one seemed aware the player was going to take the throw-in. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗃 has knocked the ball into the... was that 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗃? Has knocked the ball straight into the path of the Liverpool player, but luckily it's won by the West Ham defence and pinged straight back out to a Liverpool player in midfield. Summerville and Diff Magassa trying to close down the winger. Van Dijk plays it out wide. TK's got the ball. Bowen again, so deep. So deep. He's trying to stand his man up. Lost it. Another good play by Liverpool. Edge of the area. Ball goes in over the top. Headed out by Wan-Bissaka. Uh-oh. Fernandez has just wiped out. That's all right. He's on the floor. He's holding his leg. Yes. Yeah. Hopefully Fernandez is going to get back up from this. Gravenberch was heavy in the challenge there, but I think there wasn't much in it. Fernandez is standing, so why Potter never just stuck to a 4-2-3-1, I'll never know. because he was a narcissist, Damien. He was a twat. Headed into the centre. Again, Liverpool win possession. They're completely controlling the midfield. Shoved there from the gas. That is great. That is. Ball, outside of the boot, through ball attempt from 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏 out to Bowen there. Comes to nothing. Mo Salah's got the ball on the edge of the area. He's standing himself up. Too many touches there. He tricked himself. 𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 celebrating the tackle there as if it was a goal. Love to see that. Love to see that from 𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏. He dragged Salah the whole way. Didn't give him a chance. Stood him up. And Salah just overthought it. It's a corner to Liverpool. Tackle was great from 𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 there. That would have been a goal. I'm certainly would have made it round. He would have made it round 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏 if 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏 was in that position. Liverpool seem to be crowding the kind of the goalkeeper area. They're in the centre of the box. Ball played in straight to a West Ham head. 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏's picked up the ball edge of the area. He's going up against team 1-2 with Fernandes. He's got the ball. He's one-on-one. Well, he's got other markers coming along with him. Bowen's out wide. And Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka takes that touch towards. He tries to play the ball through to Bowen and it just hits the Liverpool player, goes out for a throw-in. That was much better. That counter-attack was brilliant. Again, 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏 doing all the work there. It's a shame. It's a shame we've not got anything from that. Souček's being penalised for playing football, apparently. He's accidentally taken a chunk out of McAllister. It's 50-50. 50-50. Yeah, go Jimmy. Again, he looks really good, doesn't he? He just yeah, he's our main focal point. We've gone from relying so heavily on Bowen to relying so heavily on 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏. I do want to see some stuff from Bowen this game. Would be great, though, if we could get something from him. Played straight to West Ham. Tati passes it off to Fernandes. Fernandes plays it back central. Tati, little touch into the... No. Liverpool move it out again. We win possession again, though, on the halfway line. There we go. Diouf plays the ball central. Is that Fernandes got it? Sorry, I'm watching the TV at an angle. We're putting together some passes now, which is good to see. Play that wide to Bowen. Wan-Bissaka's more central again. Ball's played back and across again. 𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 on the ball. 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗏. That's Souček. I can't really make him out. Sorry, guys. This is proper professional stuff here. Comes to nothing. Liverpool just cut out the pass. Keeper's absolutely banana booted that straight into a West Ham path again. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball with miles of space out wide. Cross goes in, hits the Liverpool player, deflects into the path of 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏, pinging around the area a bit. Back to Wan-Bissaka. The referee hasn't blown up. There's a player down. Nope, he's back up. It goes. The play's cut out again by a Liverpool player. Ekitike tries to take the ball around 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗏. 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗏 stays on his feet and cuts that out perfectly. Great from 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗏 there. Here we go. We're back on the attack again. Wan-Bissaka sitting so central. Bowen's on the ball out wide. Cross goes. Oh, it looks like he was going for a shot actually across Alisson. Yeah, Bowen pull your socks up. Exactly right, Mandy. It's yeah, he's got to be doing better, isn't he? He looks like he's having a hard time at the moment. Last few games, we haven't seen proper Bowen for a while. We're back on the ball here. Magasa's got the ball, passes it through, but no one moves. Was that offside or? I'm not sure. Well, here we go. Alisson's got the ball either way. Taking his time. They're just putting some passes around the back now, Liverpool. To be fair, they're not in a rush. We're sitting off them. It's about right. I think if we can take this into half-time at 1-0, it will be somewhat of a success, I guess. Liverpool back on the attack. Brentford are beating Burnley 1-0. Does anyone in the chat think we've got enough to turn this around today? Do you think we can make something of it? Who knows? That 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗍 goal, by the way, takes him to 11 goals and 2 assists from 19 starts, averaging a goal and an assist every 134 minutes for 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗍. Yeah, he does look a bit lost out there. I think he's struggling. Ball goes across keeper. Hermansen. He's lucky there was no player on that far post, because he just kind of gets a weak hand to that, and it bounces into the middle of the area and needs to be cleaned up. I'm not filled with confidence. Here. Can definitely turn it around, but we cannot concede another before half time. Exactly, Mandy. I agree with you 100%. They must preserve energy for the second half as well. You're 100% right, Akim. Thanks for joining the chat, buddy. Nice to see you. Liverpool go through again. Bowen gets the tackle in there, though. Bowen is actually sitting deeper than Wan-Bissaka at the moment, which worries me. They're just showing the attempt there, just goes across the keeper, and Hermansen just pushes it into the middle of the penalty area, and it does worry me. When we defend, we leave no one out, 100%. All that ball over the top, can't find Somerville. Somerville's playing more advanced than Tati at the moment. Looks like the Liverpool supporters are cheering on the 20th minute for Diogo Jota. Yeah, big loss for them, really. Big loss for them. I've heard people saying that that's the reason Liverpool dropped off this season, is because some of the players are still dealing with that, but I'm not quite sure myself. I think it's probably more to do with the fact they spent so much money on Isak and he didn't really hit the ground running and then broke his leg. Not that's his fault, I guess. We're on the ball again. Wide ball goes over the top to Somerville, who checks to see if he's onside before moving the ball. Diouf gets the ball, pings it out, and pings it into the area. Nothing comes of it. It was a low cross. It hit the target, but I think that was so. I don't know if that was so checked. As I say, I'm watching the TV at an angle, trying to do my best for you. Liverpool on the attack now. Cut out by Stavropoulos again. Stavropoulos is, apart from getting megged for the goal, he's been quite solid so far. Ball, Liverpool try and play a low cross across the area, but it's cut out by Wan-Bissaka again, and it goes out for another Liverpool corner. Earlier on I touched on the fact that Mo Salah is on a nine-game goal drought, but we have to remember he has got 6 assists and 4 goals this season. He's created 42 chances so far for Liverpool. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch have identical stats, 4 goals, 2 assists. Liverpool corner goes in. Liverpool head goes straight out. I'm pretty sure that come off a Liverpool player, but it's been given another corner. It looks like it may have come off Souček, actually. You've got to think Somerville's going to be key for us today. 4 goals and 1 assist. He leads the team for dribbling. He is a massive nuisance for Liverpool. We are expecting something from Bowen. We do need to the best Bowen. This has gone out on the near post from Bowen. It's gone out for another corner. Bowen with 0.41 goal contributions per 90. He's obviously one of our main counter-attacking focal points. Ref's blown up. Tati's ended up in the back of the net somehow. It looks like he's been shoved. The referee's having a word. Yeah. Tati's giving 𝗪𝗃𝗃 a little shove there. Tati's a bit of a shit house, isn't he? He's a bit of a shit house. 2-0. Van Dijk from the corner. Way too easy. Good morning, Gaza. Way too easy. Fucking hell. Is that a score prediction, is it? 9-2. We're going to win 9-2. Fuck's sake. To be fair, is the keeper being interfered with there? I mean, no. He's the one shoving the player who's backing into him. Yeah, potentially he's blocking the goalie. I mean, he is backing his arse into him, but Mads looks like he's the one that had hands on. Yeah, he's got a handful of Gakpo's shirt there. Is Gomez's shirt there? It's yeah. He may be blocking the keeper, but as I say, I mean they're checking it for a possible offside. So I don't look like they're checking that the keeper's being blocked, but I think they're going to be fine here. It's yeah, goal given. Yeah, I think Areola would have had both of those. Areola would have saved both of those today, but neither of our keepers are bulletproof. You know, this is it now. The heads are going to drop now. Nuno looks absolutely livid. He looks like he hasn't slept in a month. Yeah. Yeah, Areola needs to come in. Hamilton is crap again. Look, when he actually faces attacks, he's when he's actually facing them attacks, he's not. When he actually faces decent shots, sorry, he's bollocks. As today, new got to players. Yeah, probably you're probably right, Nathan. With the financial reports yesterday, puts a lot more pressure on the players because potentially they're not just playing for Premier League survival; they're playing for the football club survival. It's a lot of pressure to put on the team, and that fucking Karen Brady and David Sullivan can go and fuck themselves, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Missed that goal. Luckily, you ain't missed much, mate. It's fucking awful. It's gonna be a long afternoon for my first stream on my own. Yeah, you probably had a more exciting time, to be fair. Based on Hermansson's handling, if he went to the loo, he would have pissed all over the place. I hope you had better control than him. All right, Gomez is put the ball out for a West Ham throw in our own half. Somehow we've managed to throw it straight out. I think our goals are already fucked, to be fair, our goal difference. Everton are leading Newcastle 1-0. Brentford are leading Burnley 2-0. Yeah. Our goal difference is already fucked. To be completely honest. Another ball goes through to Liverpool. Luckily, McAllister can't make anything of it. Mavropanos got the ball, kicks it straight into... Oh, my God. Wan-Bissaka's just tried an overhead kick. Luckily, it's gone to a West Ham player who's tried to clear the ball and it's landed to another Liverpool player. Oh, that is fucking so weak. Fernandes goes in for the ball. Liverpool player falls over. Ref's given a free kick. This is typical at Anfield. Typical. Gomez got the ball, but Somerville closes him down. Has he got the speed to keep it in? No, he hasn't. He's just the ball got away from him there. Great closing down from Somerville, though. They're showing the goal again here. He is backing into Hermansson there, but it's never getting given. At Liverpool, At Anfield, the keeper's not getting anything, you know. VAR are just there to watch the game, really. Liverpool have just got all the freedom in the world, to be honest. Passing it around. Van Dijk's got days to decide what he wants to do with the ball there, waiting for passing lanes to open. Liverpool on the attack again, edge of the area, low shot into the box, comes straight back out. Van Dijk pings it straight back out to the wing. Cross comes in for Liverpool. Oh, is that offside? The ref's blown up. I think it might have been offside. Yeah, it was offside. 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Is it? No, I don't think so. It looks like push, maybe. Not sure. Yeah, it's a push from 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃. Shoves 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃. Oof. 0 out ball. Yep. This will be 4+. It's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. Hoof straight up the pitch again. Somerville tries to pick it up. He's going to be knackered by the end of this. Souček wins the ball, passing into Somerville, who's breaking down the middle. He's got no options. He's got no options. They're tripping each other up there. Bowen's just had an absolute glorious chance there. Alisson has just given the ball to Bowen in the middle of the pitch there. And he's just not expecting it. Absolutely fucked that. Bowen has absolutely fucked that. You can't rely on other teams, but hopefully Brighton. Yeah, hopefully they do. Well, when they do something that's worth being positive about, I mean, I've been positive about 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗧 so far. I've been positive about Somerville. Fernandez has been playing okay, so I wouldn't say I've been moaning and slagging people off, but yeah, I am not happy about the way things are going. We're 2-0 down within 30 minutes. What do you want me to say, Simon? What do you want me to say? It's fantastic. What can I say? We're 2-0 down. 30 minutes in. We've got 0 out ball. We're not trying to make it. We're not trying to play through midfield. I don't know. Hopefully I'll have something positive to say. Hopefully. Do us a favour. Oh, we've got the lead supporters in the chat. Having a chat between themselves. Not sure what I'm supposed to talk about if I've got to be positive. Liverpool haven't currently got possession because we have a goal. We have a free kick. Hermansen's just taken it. Liverpool have possession again. In a positive way, we've given away possession. I'm positive we've done that. Liverpool are on the counter-attack, but goes straight into 𝗪𝗪𝘃𝗃𝗃, chest into the path of Hermansen, who fails to release the ball quickly in a positive way. Played into 𝗪𝗪𝘃𝗃𝗃, who plays central of the pitch to 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗃, who's progressing the ball. Goes out wide to wan-Bissaka, who plays the cross in. Tati's tripped on his way into the box. Rose-tinted glasses. I wish I had some. I fail to see any, mate. I fail to see any. This isn't the way I wanted it to go. This isn't the way I wanted the stream to go. I think they're looking at this. Tati is pushed. Tati is pushed and goes over in the area. But, of course, it's at Anfield. So we're not. I mean, he did go down easily. He did go down easily, but he was pushed. There's definitely a shove in his back. But it's Anfield. He could have been shot in the middle of the penalty area and they wouldn't give anything. What? Hermansen's got the ball. Plays it out wide to wan-Bissaka, who hasn't got any options. Plays it back to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃, who stands on the ball. Passes it to Souček, who passes it back to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃. Passes it back to Souček. Oh, Back to 𝗪𝗧𝗖, side to side. At least we're keeping possession. If I have to find a positive here. A bit of a duel between Diouf and Salah there. Seemed like arms all over him. Yeah, it's at Anfield, mate. It's at Anfield. What can you say? What can you say? Also, I was quite positive in the build-up. I had predicted that we were going to get something out of this game, and there was a lot of predictions there for 2-2, so we could still get something out of this game, but we've got to do something drastic. We've got to get a grip of this if it's going to happen. Yeah. Fernandez on the ball. 𝗪𝗧𝗧 pass it back to... We're just getting closed down. Heavy touch there from 𝗪𝗧𝗧, but he keeps in control of possession. He's got the ball. Pass it out wide to Diouf, who's looking for the man on the cross. Hits Gomez. Goes up. I think that's a throw-in. At least Burnley are getting battered. Yep, Burnley are 3-0 down. Everton are 2-1 up against Newcastle now. Passing around the middle a bit. We are trying to progress in the attacking areas. Through ball. Heavy touch from Tommy there. It's he's not the man you want that fall into, really, is it? Is he? Yeah. It's strange. We've got to be putting pressure. Oh, ball. Bowen's in. Is it Bowen's in again? Heavy touch. Plays it central. Somerville takes it on the chest. Takes a touch. He's got it low. Blocked. 3 Liverpool players in the way there. Somerville, Bowen again, slow to react there when he gets the ball. He looks nervous. He looks really nervous. Again, he's picked off a pass there. Takes the first touch quite heavy. And his second touch heavy. Looks for the man in the middle of the area. But instead of going for Tatty, he goes for Somerville, who's on the outer edge of the area, who just can't get his shot away in time. And by the time he does, it's blocked by about 3 Liverpool players. Yeah. I mean, what can we say? Nothing positive, apparently. Ball played in. Tatty gets stuck. No. Keeper makes a great save there. That was a great pass there, to be fair. Great pass. Liverpool now on the break. But it's slowed down. Ekitike's got the ball. 𝗪𝗧𝗖's come in. 𝗪𝗧𝗖's standing the man up. He takes touch inside. 𝗪𝗧𝗖's gone with him. Ball played to the edge of the area where Diouf played into the area where Diouf takes a header out. Sees it out for a Liverpool corner. 255 people watching on YouTube right now. Get your likes in. Get your comments in. We've got 133 likes. Get engaged as well. Get in the chat. Let me know. I want to know some positives as well, so I'm not just talking about negative stuff. Give me your positives from this opening 36 minutes. Salah to take this corner for Liverpool. Hermansen's getting crowded again by the looks of things. They're clearly trying to attack Hermansen, who comes out to punch. Edge of the area, falls into the path of Somerville, who runs it out wide, but he's got no options. He's trying to get himself out of trouble. Plays it down the line to 𝗪𝗧𝗧, who plays it back into Diouf, who plays a long diagonal pass into the path of Wan-Bissaka, who takes a touch. Good touch, to be fair. Somerville's making a run. There we go. Bowen's on the ball. Low ball across the area. Oh, Somerville couldn't get there. Alisson comes out and just collects that. Tatty isolated. We don't look like scoring from set pieces. No, we don't, but we are looking better. None of these passes are going into the feet of these players. Just need a lot of luck. We do need a lot of luck. Jimmy is our only positive. I'd say there's a couple more. I mean, Mavropanos hasn't been horrific so far. Liverpool again. Ball goes to Mavropanos, who pings it out. Shot blocked on the edge of the West Ham area there. Ball hoofed straight into the Liverpool half. Alisson collects it just by Nuno. Great defending by 𝗪𝗧𝗖. Correct. Great defending cross from 𝗪𝗧𝗖. Liverpool look to go again. Diouf completely misjudges the ball. I don't know if he got out the way of it or if he misjudged it actually, but he looks like he mistimes a header on it. We can't play like this for 90 minutes. Exactly, we're defending for 11. With 11, we can't keep this up. Tatty is on edge of our D. Yep, there we go. Bowen takes down Kirk. Who's that actually? Is that 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃? Oh, here we go. The ref's acting as if one of the players has been shot here. Liverpool have an XG of 3.27 in the first half. But that's a positive for Liverpool. That's a positive. I'm not being negative. That is a positive for someone. It looks like they're checking him. Maybe he's hit his head. Not sure. Yeah. No, I don't think it was a foul on 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃. I don't think it was a foul. We play anytime we play at Anfield. It's always the same in Liverpool for anything, not just football, for anything. Different rules up there. Different rules. They're showing the first goal again. And the second goal. Diaz should be doing better, but Van Dijk's good in the air. I don't know what you can even do about that, to be fair. There we go. It is no foul anyway. It's been given to West Ham. I think they were just checking him over. Game's restarted. Somerville's got the ball. He's got Diaz out wide. He makes that run, passes and runs forward. Played back central by Diaz. Long diagonal ball from Fernandes to Wan-Bissaka. We go to the cross deep. Tatty beaten to it. Headed back out. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball again. Played into Bowen, but Bowen loses possession. What is this? What is this? Kirk has feigned injury to feel the ref sympathy. 100% right. Yeah, I did say that when it went through it did go through his legs, but I mean, there was only one angle on for the shot. It just like Hermanson got down, but he didn't kind of stretch for it. It just, yeah. I mean, maybe, but giving him the benefit of the doubt. And for the second goal, I'd say that he was definitely being backed into, but you've got to be stronger than that. He hasn't got much of a frame, has he? As West Ham cut the pass out again, Diaz, the ball played straight into the path of the Liverpool player. Diaz cuts the ball out again. We can't retain possession though. Liverpool back in possession. Ball played down the line, through ball to Mo Salah, who's up against Magassa. It's cut back inside. Oh, here we go. Oh, great block there from 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗃𝗃 again. 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗃𝗃 again. He's been fantastic this game for me. A couple of steps out of place, but he really is flying under the radar. There's a great block there from 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗃𝗃. But here comes another Liverpool corner. We've been doing so well with them. Played in by Salah. Out. McAllister, top corner. Liverpool 3, West Ham 0. It was a great goal, really. He had all the time in the world on the edge of the area there. Another corner. Another corner. I'm just trying to think of something positive to say. He got nowhere near that, Hermansen. He got nowhere near that. Afternoon, Peter. Going to be a fashion as usual. Anyone thought we'd get anything from the game? I felt positive. But touched it away from the keeper, but he was nowhere near it anyway, in my opinion. But we're making Liverpool look as good as Wolves. We try and attack again, but it just comes to nothing. Tatty don't look happy. Alisson again, he's looking ropey. And if we were to put him under a bit more pressure. Afternoon, Yardy. Cheers for joining in, mate. No, there isn't any, but yeah, you did say Cross. You did say you thought it was going to hurt morale. You did say that. Hermansen's gone down. He's down in the middle of the area, and the ref was just leaving it. In fact, Gomez gets a chance to get a shot away. Hermansen goes down after a collision with 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗏𝗧. We're very lucky. We're very lucky there. I mean, it doesn't matter who we got up front if we're going to isolate them the way we're isolating Tatty. If we had lost, say, 2-1, it wouldn't affect confidence as much. No, you're right. We've got to be in these games. We've got to be competing. We've got to be competing. And we're not. We're not. Salah goes down. Somerville's trying to do everything on his own by the looks of things. Plays the ball to Fernandez. Tries to play a ball to 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗧. He absolutely pings that one. Almost goes out for a corner. Somerville's crowded. He's crowded. He's pushed back to our byline. Diagonal ball out to Wan-Bissaka. The pitch starts opening up. Plays it into Bowen, who's more central. He looks like he's playing a more central position. Shoved off the ball by a Liverpool player, and we finally get something off the ref. Finally get something off the ref. I think we've all got to be Brighton supporters. Go to up front, but who would you bring off? Who would you bring off? Somerville's out. It looks like he's having a right moan up at the moment. Fucking bin dippers, mate. All over us like a rash. Yeah, trying to pickpocket the players, probably. It looks like we've got a free kick here. Just in the inside of the halfway, the centre circle, just inside the Liverpool half. We played over the top. Offside. Oh, no, apparently it was a foul. Bowen was lucky, yeah. Was lucky. We're in the 48th minute, 4-minute stoppage time. sure you probably know. 4-minute stoppage time. Liverpool are taking their time over this. We're back in possession. Nothing. Just come up against a wall of Liverpool players. Then the ref blows up for half time. Someone give me some positives, please, because I can't see any. Can't see any. Bear with me, guys. Cheers, Nathan. Cheers, Drudge. Yeah. I was just trying to be positive. That's why I thought I'd mute myself so you can't hear me moaning. Yeah, get by with Captain Crunch. Go on, mate. As Mandy said, yeah, can we get you one word in for that first half? The man's gonna have people on his back now too. On confidence, not good. I could give him the benefit of the doubt for the goals, I guess. Thinking about it, yeah, I don't think he should be beaten with such a weak effort on his near post, but it does go through the player's legs. He's backed into the Liverpool corner, but very lucky if that's given. At the other end, I believe that would be that would have been disallowed. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Areola played and the other losses at Anfield. Yeah, no, you're right. I don't think it would have done. I don't think either of our keepers are very good, if I'm honest. I don't know who's the better, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say really. I think my one word for the first half has got to be toothless as well. We just haven't come out to contest. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We We've got 222 people watching, only 135 likes. So if you are watching, give us a like, please. Keep your head up. No, I mean, I'm still positive. I mean, I've got some positives for you. We allow off-form players to refine form. We do. There is a way back. I'm going to show you in a second. Dyer, you're right, Akim, it is Dyer. We will let Salah get a goal too. Yep, 9-game drought. You know he's going to fix that against West Ham. Let me just see if I've still got it here from the other night. I haven't. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just... I'm just uploading something here. Just try and keep you happy. This was predicted by AI the other day. And the final table was also predicted. Taking into consideration all variables, obviously AI's got it a bit wrong there as a 2-0 loss to Liverpool. But this is the way it sees it going: a draw against Fulham, loss against City, draw against Villa, win against Wolves, draw against Palace, win against Everton, loss against Brentford, loss against Arsenal. Sorry guys. Newcastle draw, Leeds win. This is what AI has predicted. I'm not saying this is how it's going to end, but as a prediction, some of them hardly put foot wrong. I agree with that. Gone backwards so bad. Why did we hire 5 at the back manager for a side that was built for years to play 4-2-3-1? Then give them summer to dismantle the side. What Graham Potter has done to our squad is criminal. What Graham Potter did to our squad cannot ever be forgotten about. And that was that fucking idiot Karen Brady, the fucking the fucking business masterclass fucking moron that is Karen Brady. That's nepotism as well, because apparently he's friends with her husband. Fucking bollocks, mate. They didn't just let him. They did. It's just. I can't, mate. I can't. Not doing our goal average any good. No, it's not. It's not doing our goal average any good. At this point, I'm not really sure what I can say to anyone about this. The worst thing is, yeah, we have gone forwards with Nuno a bit. I agree. We have gone forward a bit, but they took too long to pull the trigger over Potter anyway. Let's have a little look at some stats. Liverpool have 99% chance of winning the game. Liverpool have had 10 shots to our 4. They've had 4 on target to our 1. They've had 51% possession. We've had 49%, which is higher than I would have thought. Liverpool have had 194 passes. We've had 185. Their pass accuracy has been 86%. Ours has been 83%. So at least we're in the 80s. We've committed 5 fouls to Liverpool 6. We've got 1 yellow card. Again, it's Anfield. Liverpool have had 1 offside. They've had 8 corners to our 2. Bowen looks like a £20 million player. Jimmy looks like a £50 million player. Yeah. Trying to match him today. Did feel a bit brave for my liking. Yeah. We don't seem to have a plan B. The only positive I can take from this is that I get to go and see my daughter do a dance show tonight. It's her first ever dance show. She's 7 years old. She's autistic. She struggles a lot, and I can't wait to put on Proud Dad hat and go see her absolutely smash it. She's out of her comfort zone, and I know that she likes to watch back some of some of my videos. So I'd just like to say, really, really proud of you, Freya. You're going to be amazing today, I know. And that's one thing that keeps me positive, to be honest, is that I get to go see that this evening. That is going to be fantastic. Nothing's really going to ruin my mood when I've got that to look forward to. Might skip the second half. You know, if I went on the live stream, I would be completely fucking it off. To be honest, I'd be completely fucking it off. And then, cheers, mate. What has Tatty done? Not a lot, but he's been so isolated. We do this, don't we? Antonio said about it before. They just isolate strikers. Yeah, he's not done a lot. Be a Liverpool fan. No, I'm all right, thanks, mate. I live too close to Liverpool to be a Liverpool fan. Everything's sheep about football. It's an opinion at the end of the day, isn't it? Guess it's 3 or 4v1. Yep, so hard to blame him. It is 100% hard to blame him. Hear that? My mind's made up. He looks small in goal. It's difficult. It's difficult. I think any goalkeeper is going to have a hard time in a struggling side, to be fair. I'm very reactive when I watch football matches as well. I'm trying to remember that I'm on a live stream. But normally I'll see bombs left, right and centre. I would not be happy with this result. I'd be shouting at the TV, but I just not really got the energy for it, to be honest. And the thing is the fact that I've been reserved and someone told me I was moaning for 60 minutes. I think he's left the chat now, which is a shame because I was hoping on some positives from him. Right, let's focus going forward, guys. Let's focus going forward. Get your comments in. What can we do to protect this second half? What can we do to save the second half? Can we pull back 3 goals? Because our XG last week proves that we can get the ball into attacking areas. We need to have some finishing. We need to see some finishing. But let me know in the comments, can we do it? Do you think it's going to happen? How are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Bringing Areola, KWP at left back, push Diouf and Jimmy in with Tati. Interesting. 2 deflections and a point blank header. Areola isn't saving any of those either. You're probably right, Francos. Francos is it's difficult for any keeper. Go home. I am home. Yeah, I think if we was to forfeit the second half, it couldn't get worse than 3-0, can it? It goes down as a 3-0 loss. Yeah. Yeah, things aren't too great for you lot either, actually. I should say that considering you won the league, this has got to be one of the poorest defence of the titles. I think even Leicester put up a better fight than this. Yeah. I guess I'd rather be mid-table than bottom of the table. Keeper is only as good as his defenders. Yep. And luck never goes your way when you're down the bottom, does it? Stand on the goal line, shortest to tallest. Bring Kudos, Paqueta and Antonio Rice on fresh legs. I reckon that'd be some good substitutions. I disagree, Franco. Areola saves the first one, in my opinion. Not writing off Hermanson. You're dreaming. First goal was Mav Nutmeg. Yeah, it was. It was. It's, what can we do? What can we do? This is actually a flask full of whiskey. Full of whiskey. Flick on. 3v1. Van Dijk beat them all. Yep. Then Aaron Wan-Bissaka flicks the ball away from the keeper for the last one. I still don't think Hermanson's getting up in the corner for the last one. But that is an understatement. That is an understatement. Had the first one covered. He was in a position to deflected near post. It doesn't matter about the players. It doesn't matter about the players. This is the real thing. The players haven't got us in this mess. They're just trying to get us out of it. It's the board that have put us in this mess. They fucking ruined this club. Absolutely ruined this club. It's fucking criminal. Managed to fuck it up. Fuck up a lot of good work. They did. Fuck it, go 9 players up front. Well, may as well. We're getting ready for kickoff here. Hamilton didn't even dive. Areola would have dived. Diving doesn't mean you make a save, though. I will say that. Leeds have had it for multiple years. Yeah, you're right. There we go. We're starting the second half. Straight back to Hermansen. Leeds have had it for years. Massive shame. It is absolutely mismanaged by a board who couldn't care less about the club. Just wanted to extract money. I don't know what to say. Feel like we let the good form go to our head a bit. Yeah, we have, but you've got to be confident. Yeah, not complacent. You have to be confident, not complacent. I do think some of the players do look a bit complacent. You're right there. Liverpool know they can just take the time now, so they can just squeeze this game out. Fucking clean out the board and start again. Hopefully you don't drop to League 2 like we did. Yeah, I wish it was that simple. But what Sullivan reckons the club is worth. Start with the back 5 pretty much. Byron was a wing back, you're right. This gave them the initiative. It did. It did. Szoboszlai's on the ball. Cut out by Diouf, who didn't know much about it. Out for a West Ham throw. Can we turn this around? The commentators are saying that they believe that West Ham could unsettle Anfield if we do so in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Can we do it, though? Not camped out in our own half, we can't. Offer no threat, have no one up top apart from Tatty, and they get pushed the whole team into us. Yep. Ekitike is a player we just don't have. 100% right. Another foul. Complete centre forward. Promise David. That's all I'm saying. I got something positive. We got another game next week. Is that positive or negative, mate? Thanks for helping me find the positives, though. Thanks for helping me find the positives. Bowen taken down on the byline. Doesn't lose. Oh, yeah, he's lost possession now. I think if that was at the other end of the pitch, ref would have given a foul. Bowen picks up the ball. Pings it straight back up the line. Is that 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗏𝗧 playing this high up the pitch? Flicked out wide. Bowen's got the ball. Overlap. 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗏𝗧 swings the cross in. Far post. Headed up in the air. Diouf gets the ball. Pinging. Come on. Tommy Souček. Mr. fucking reliable. Mr. fucking reliable, mate. That bloke is always there when you need him. Fucking come on. The comeback is on. Hold on. Hold on. They're looking at Bowen as offside by the looks of things. That was a terrible header from the Liverpool defence. Great ball by Diouf. Just drills it across the area into the feet of Tommy Souček. Bosh. That is where we need Tatty to be. 100% that's where we need Tatty to be. Thanks for pointing this out, Trodge. 100%. Souček is 31. Scary. Yeah, it is scary, but yeah, I love to see it. He just doesn't give up, does he? For me, he's VAR check at Anfield. What could go wrong? They're looking at Bo and he looks offside. It's been given. It's been given. Liverpool try for the quick kickoff and the West Ham players just shit house it and interrupt it. Yeah, they are trying their best to disallow. You're right. You're right. They are. Nathan, we going for a swim tomorrow morning, mate? Little swim in a steam. 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗁. I think he gets disrespected so much by a lot of the West Ham fans. I feel like if he played for us in the 80s, we'd talk about him as if he was an absolute legend. He bled on the shirt. He gets slagged off so much. I'm glad no one in here is giving him shit. But sweet, mate. Get down that swimming pool. Epitome of an 8. Yep, 100%. 100%. Burnley are pulling it back 3-2 to Brentford there. Let me update the score here. I haven't updated the score. Hermansen spreads it quickly to the path of Somerville, who just gets a bad touch on it. Unlucky that. Brentford are winning 3-2. So Burnley have pulled back 2 goals. I believe Everton are 3-1 up now, but I'm waiting for confirmation of that. Hit me a rate. Burnley pull one back also. Helps defensively, contributes for a lot of goals. Comes in all shapes and sizes, 8s. I like mine, like Souček. Yep, I think we're extremely lucky to have had him at the club the last few years. Extremely lucky. But yeah. Just out of interest, while the game's playing, Liverpool got the ball at the edge of the area, flicked over to the far post, but it comes to nothing. Szoboszlai is trying to keep it in play. He does. Bowen closes in on him. White to McAllister. Played back out to Szoboszlai. To 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗁. McAllister. Hermansen's got the sun in his eyes really badly there. Really badly. Played into the box. Gravenberg's got the ball. Gomez plays it out wide. I was out for a Liverpool throw-in. Out of interest, while the game's playing, predictions for who's going to win the World Cup. Obviously, that's coming up. Yeah, enough positives yet. It's getting some, haven't we? I think 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗁 is playing his way into the French World Cup squad. It'd be an amazing turnaround. It makes more sense now why we brought him without an obligation to buy or without an option, because we clearly haven't got enough money. But that would have been good business. Oh, Liverpool just had it on a plate there. Absolutely had it on a plate there. 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗁 Bowen have been poor on that right side. Yep, you're right. Predictions for the World Cup. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Any outside bets? Any sneaky bets? That's not me farting, by the way. That's my chair is fucked. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka misses another header. Yeah. Diaz plays the ball straight into the path of a Liverpool player. Mavropanos again. Mavropanos does it again. Mavropanos has been amazing for me in this game. He's been fantastic. Maybe not amazing, he's been fantastic. We're on the break. Diouf with the ball, plays it down straight to the foot of the Liverpool player, trying to release Somerville on the through ball. Shirt pulling. We've been given a foul. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. England and Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score in the semi-final. I'd be surprised if he's still fit by that stage. Who's marking Gakpo? Again, yeah, you're right. Who's marking Gakpo? It actually wasn't Mavropanos. It looks like it was Hermansen who got a touch on that. If that's Hermansen, then that's great goalkeeping. That's great goalkeeping if that's Hermansen. Gakpo's been given a yellow card. Fucking hell. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh dear. Who's marking Gakpo? Send off Ekitike. Dive equals yellow. Shirt pull equals yellow. Never going to happen at Anfield, is it, mate? Ekitike dived well, yeah, you're not wrong. Never going to happen at Anfield, though, is it? Oh, Tati's chasing? No, he's just not fast enough. Just not fast enough there. Just not fast enough. What have we got here? Yeah, I said you can make a tea. My missus has got the sheer audacity to come out into the living room while I'm trying to work.
Sorry.
Domestic violence. I thought I was going to get slapped around the head then. Morocco. That's a good outside shot. They look good in the AFCON, to be fair. We look good now. Yeah, we do. Magassa bossing midfield, which is what we needed. Fernandez getting on the ball. Do you reckon Nuno's giving him a bollocking in the changing room? You know who that is, Nathan. Nathan saying, who was that behind you? Oh, that's not weird, is it? Oh, dear. I must have that wrong about Everton and Newcastle. It's still only 2-1 to Everton. Fernandez getting on the ball. Bowen's got the ball there. Over the top. Too much. It's gone out of play. Gone out of play. Positives, though. Positives. Where's my mate gone? Where's my mate gone? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, I can't find his comment. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, here we go. Simon, plenty of positives in this second half so far, mate. I hope you're enjoying it a bit more. Bowen poor again. Yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, that was pretty poor. I would have liked to have seen him shoot from there, to be fair, but he would have done a few months ago. Come on, Simon, stop hiding. Simon, where you at, mate? Tati's chasing, so much energy he's got. He's calling for Somerville to join the chase, and if Somerville had listened to him, we would have been in a great position there. Because again, Allison bottles it under pressure. How's that not a foul? Come on, ref. I don't remember Sakharov's option as a striker, a winger, so underrated. I'm not sure what we do from here, to be fair. Can't stand McAllister. Oh, sorry. I'm reading out my WhatsApp chat like you lot can see it. Yeah, McAllister. He's a twat. Fernandez is laying on the floor, kind of keeping one eye on the referee to see if he's going to get anything out of this, but The ref's given a foul, and that's about what we're going to get, I think. Owen's being talked to by the ref. 𝗪𝗀𝗁 seems to get into the ref a lot more than Bowen, considering that Bowen's our captain. Just an opinion. More negativity, though, from me. Hermansen spreads the ball out wide from the free kick. Straight to a Liverpool player, comes back in field. Liverpool are staying in possession. Goes wide. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 couldn't do anything about it. He's already on a booking. 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 trying to stand the man up. Gets the cross across the box. Goes into Diouf, who just kind of volleys it straight into no man's land, really. 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 having a duel there. Pulling the player all around the gaff. Bowen sitting deeper than 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 again, who plays it into 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏, who plays a loose pass, goes to Tati, who tries to flick on, but it's just too much. It's just too much. Burnley have pulled it back 3-3. Fucking hell. Stop being negative, or Simon will pop on again. You will, won't he? Bowen's on the ball again. Again, wasteful pass. Given how poor Bowen's been, well, actually, I mean, he got pretty much the first pass in the assist. I guess he kind of set the assist up. He assisted the assist. Would you bring Traore on? I'd be tempted to play Traore centre forward. Personally, I'd be tempted. What have you got to lose at 3-1 down? Let me know how mad you think I am. Somerville takes on his man, gets through into the Liverpool area, takes a knock on the way down. I think he's claiming for a corner. We'll see. Gets the corner. Somerville's going to take the corner. Yeah, Burnley have pulled that back 3-3. I think James Ward-Prowse is playing. Be interested to see what kind of effect he's had on it. In comes the West Ham corner, quite wide. Goes into 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏. He just can't get there first. Edge of the area. No assist from James Ward-Prowse, as I can see there. One second. Liverpool play the cross into the area. Hermansen catches it confidently. Nice to see him being confident despite conceding 3 goals. There's a testament to him, to be fair. If he can concede 3 goals and still come out confidently. Any more predictions for this World Cup? I'm really interested to know. I reckon England have got a good chance. I always do. 220 of you watching on YouTube, 141 likes. Don't forget to get those likes in, guys. 5 watching on Facebook. Like. 129 watching on X. Like. For those of you who've turned the commentators down to listen to me, thank you. I appreciate that. Good second half from us so far, Trod. Yes, you're right. You are right. We are competing. It's nice to see. It's a shame we weren't like this from the start, but 3-3 still puts us in touching distance. Bowen tries standing his man up, plays the ball central to Somerville. Somerville's got an option. Diouf coming in wide. He's got the ball at the edge of the area, crosses it in, goes very wide to Wan-Bissaka on the other wing, who passes it back out to 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗏. Flicks the ball in, meets the Liverpool defender, falls to Fernandez, who Oof. State of this in the comments. They let anyone in these days, don't they? I'll allow you. I'll allow it when West Ham stay up though. Allison playing around a bit at the back. Long cleared ball out wide, headed straight back by West Ham. Being pinged around. 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗃 tries to touch, can't get over the player. Fernandez wins the ball. Tries to play the through ball, but just can't make it through. Wrestles a Liverpool player to the ground. Liverpool on the attack again. Just steps the ball around 𝗪𝗪𝘃𝗏𝗃. No, tries a speculative effort from the edge of the area. Mo Salah there. Bowen was wrestling with 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗏𝗃. You're right, he was. He looks a bit off his game today. Bowen does. Free kick, goal kick taken by Diouf, played straight into the feet of Hermansen. Mavropanos plays a long ball down the line to Bowen, but it's just too much. Bowen can't chase. It goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. Only 65 minutes in. Headed out of play by Mavropanos there. He did well to break up the attack, if I'm honest. 𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏's taken his time to take this throw-in. Plays at central. Makes his man completely unmarked. Ref has blown up for absolutely fuck all again. He kind of got in the way. He got in between 𝗪𝗏𝘃𝗏𝗃 and the ball, and he's gone down like he was just wrestled by Traore. I would really be tempted to get Traore on as a striker. Or a centre forward, sorry. I think his pace and strength would be a bit much for these Liverpool players, although they do go down under every challenge, and we know what the refs are like at Anfield. Liverpool with a throw-in just inside their half. Mavropanos again intercepting play. He's been all over the place. Remember, we got Todibo as well on the bench, you know, with 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗃 on that yellow card. I wouldn't mind seeing Todibo in central defensive mid. I think he's got the attributes to play there. Tati looks like he's getting wound up. He looks like he's really getting wound up. I worry about him sometimes. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in for this. I know you're probably expecting Anton or Russ, and you've been shortchanged with me. I do apologise. Allison spreads the ball upfield, met by the head of Disasi into Diouf. Mads Hermansen's got the ball. He was under pressure. He's played it back out of pressure to Disasi. Oh. Loose ball played upfield. Yawning. Liverpool got another corner. Traore, yeah, there we go. Traore for Souček, please. Push Jimmy central. Make subs. Yeah, just joining in, Ethan. I think he gets worried when we're doing okay. Hermansen made that his from the corner. I like that. Yeah, I honestly, I'd be playing Traore up top with Tati. Jimmy can easily play in the number 10. Yeah, yeah, he can. That was unlucky. Took a deflection in front of Hermansen. It was a lucky goal for Liverpool, yeah. Yeah, Gakpo just drives inside. Yeah, slight deflection. Yeah, took 2 deflections on the way through there. Game over. Yeah, you got to think so. For fuck's sake, shame. The super cool match shoes. I don't think there's much he could have done. It took 2 deflections on his way through. We never have shooting opportunities like that. No, because we don't make them. We don't make those shooting opportunities. I don't know what I can say. Adama Traore is ready and to come on. Only hitting hope balls into the box. Yeah, 100%. Giving too much respect. Get to him. Yep, 100%. Nuno needs to sit down and go through this game with fine tooth comb. What was good about it? What was bad about it? Well, I'm certainly going to be doing that for the breakdown for tomorrow. So anyone that's interested in this game being going over with a fine tooth comb, I'll be doing that for you tomorrow, breaking down the stats, facts, and figures. 2 versions of us this half. Yep, this game rather. Yep, 100%. What's going on with Jared, man? He seems completely off the boil. I think that's who Traore is going to come on for. Our defending on corners has been horrific. Yep, again. I thought we had that under control, Yardi. I thought we had sorted that problem. Evidently not. I wonder if Ariola's going to be doing a guest DJ set in Liverpool tonight. Someone will nick all his records or something. Oh dear. Tati don't look happy. Tati looks pissed off. I played Bowen up top. I think this game's crying out for Wilson. It is crying out for Wilson. And the worst thing is we saw the kind of energy he brings into a game against Bournemouth the other week. I personally would have started Wilson against Bournemouth given his record, but just keep 2 big boys in the midfield. Might as well chuck Esteban up front. Couldn't be worse, could he? Tati is chasing. He's taking a chunk out of defender there. He's going to lose his temper. Tati does not look happy. He doesn't look happy at all. Fernandez has been good, though. He has. I get what Damien means, though. Oh. I get what Damien means, though, about keeping the 2 big boys up top. We did need Wilson 20 minutes ago. You're right. Based on the last game against Bournemouth, I would have probably gone with Wilson, to be fair. Seismogas from Souček is a goal scorer. Yep, Somerville's through. Great save there from Alisson. I don't think he knew much about it. Midfield, Somerville's just picked the ball up on the edge of the area, just making magic work, just making magic happen. Great pass in from Diouf, a little touch off to him. Somerville just kind of gets pressured into taking that shot. He's on the near post, and Alisson doesn't know much about it. Just puts his hand up. Great stop. Tati, get in. I was just slagging him off as well. Shall I carry on slagging him off? Absolute fucking disastrous corner that one. An absolute mess. No one seemed to pick up that ball. But Tati's just on that far post. Just as I'm slagging him off. Shall I carry on slagging him off and see if we can get one? Tati goal. Nice goal. Again, it's just about being in games. So he's taken 𝗪𝗧𝗧 off for 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧. Only time will tell. But Liverpool bringing on Frimpong and 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗗𝗏 is coming off. Everyone, what do you think? Do you think 4-2 is respectable enough to keep our morale up? Because I think we scored 2 goals against Liverpool. At 3-0, we felt like we were still in with a shout. We're still only 2 goals behind. Maybe we didn't need Wilson. Luckily, I'm not a manager. Again, yeah, Nathan, exactly the same, mate. I was agreeing with you as well. I was just saying, based on recent form, I would have put Wilson on to start, but yeah, who knows? Liverpool kick off again. Tati Castellanos scores that goal for West Ham. Tati, he looks like he's got a bit spunk right now. He's chasing down, he's trying to close down Alisson, who has looked ropey under pressure this game. Wan-Bissaka misjudges the flight of a ball there. Scored 2, gave them 2 easy goals. I think the only benefit of this game is we've kept the same system, so it doesn't stop momentum. Yeah. Adama, striker, interesting. That is what I would have done, to be fair. He is an absolute unit. He's going to be a bastard for them defenders, and the speed as well. Give us another game to look at, tweak things. 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗗𝗏 is Antonio. Just think of him like that. Just think of him as that. Bowen pings the ball in. Headed out. Souček wins the ball, edge of the area. Big shot over the crossbar. Saw the headlines there. Souček saw the headlines there. A great first touch. He was quite well set for it. I don't think he's got a technique for it, to be fair, but yeah. Got to use 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗗𝗏 like Antonio for me. Give us another game to look and tweak things. Yep, 100%. Yep. Szoboszlai's got the ball centre of the park. Gakpo edge of the area. Ball's pinging around a bit. Salah's got the ball. He's getting run out of the area. Passes the ball off. West Ham kind of push into a stalemate. Diouf does well. It wasn't even Diouf. It was Somerville. Looks like he's going to get a yellow card for not much, to be fair. Typical Liverpool. Typical Liverpool. I think Antonio is technically better finishing than 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗗𝗏, though. Yeah, but he's a wrecking ball. Maybe that was a yellow card, to be fair. Somerville's still kind of fighting his case with the referee, but it's done. He's been given the yellow card. Sometimes I do wonder, referees ain't going to rescind yellow cards just because you moan at them, so sometimes it's best to just leave it. It looks like fair yellow to me anyway. He clipped him, a bit speculative, but It's a horrible place for a free kick for Liverpool, like in terms of us. Referee's pulling the wall back. Liverpool just kind of on the edge of the area, centre of the box sort of thing. Down on that right flank. 4-4 draw. You heard it here first. Go on, Ethan. If it is 4-4, you've got to buy yourself a lottery ticket, mate. Free kick comes in. 𝗪𝗀𝘀𝗁𝗃 collects it confidently and calmly. Again, great to see. Releases the ball quickly onto Diouf. He's got Somerville in support. Diouf has the ball. Somerville slightly central, passes the ball into Somerville, who doesn't really have many options. Back to Disasi, pass it out to 𝗪𝗧𝘃𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗙. 𝗪𝗀𝘀 kind of looks like he's sitting in there with the defenders. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Bowen looks like he's moved more central. He looks like he might be playing up front. Fernandez pings the ball out wide to Diouf. Fernandez got the ball. 𝗪𝗀𝘀 passes the ball sideways diagonally to 𝗪𝗧𝘃𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗙, who looks for the big diagonal pass into the area. Headed out by the Liverpool player into the path of Somerville, who's on the edge of the area. Plays a 1-2 with Tati. Takes a touch over the bar. Over the bar. Yeah, he's got to score that. He's got to score that. Got to score that. That was a great 1-2, though. Great 1-2. Positive signs. Positivity. Burnley are 4-3 up. Burnley have completed that comeback. Wow. Burnley are winning 4-3. Oof, almost in there. VAR are looking at the Burnley goal. Liverpool make a ball, slices through the West Ham defence. Disasi misses the pass. (5-2). Five-all draw. Good, Ethan. Another deflection. Fucking awful. Fucking awful. Fucking awful. Diouf just completely misses the ball as the pass comes through. He just completely misses it. Keep it to a 2-goal deficit. We have been unlucky. The Burnley goal's been disallowed. It's 3-3. No, it's 3-3. VAR have cancelled out the Burnley goal. 3-3, Yardy. Yeah, it is like all our bad luck's happened here. No, it's 3-3, yeah. It's the been disallowed. So Boslai's just elbowed one of our players. He's got a yellow card for him. Fuck me. Oh, honestly, he comes in with no intention, just absolutely belts his elbow into Fernandez's ribs. Liverpool to bring on another sub. Yeah, bringing on an 18-year-old lad. Burnley goal was ruled off after a 3-minute VAR check. Connor's just texted me saying, hopefully we get all our bad luck in one game. I guess it's better to just get it out of the way, isn't it? Better to just get it out of the way. We're putting pressure on the Liverpool players. They're playing it round at the back a bit. They get it out. Picked up by Fernandez, plays it straight back to Hermansen. Takes a touch. Tries to spread it diagonally. Header won by Diouf. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗁. No. Liverpool picked that out, no problems. 𝗪𝗲𝘀 staying on his man though, who goes down because he knows what happens at Anfield when you hit the floor. Yeah. We need to be targeting Fulham, Wolves, Palace, Everton, Newcastle. The lads just got through there. Looking for his first goal. No disrespect, there's someone who watches the under-21 for ages. I have no idea how Mayers has not had a first-team breakthrough. 100%. 100%. I mean, Ezra Mayers is absolutely fantastic. I did kind of a deep dive on him a while ago. Maybe I'll do another one looking into his stats this season. For the under-21s, he looks so calm, composed. He looks like a bit of a leader. He's very confident. He reads the game well. I'm surprised as well that he hasn't had much more of a chance. Really wasn't expecting us to get a result today, to be fair. I unfortunately was expecting at least a point. Anyone who watched the other night when me and Connor did our prediction, I had Liverpool as a draw. Goes to show what I know. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. Diouf's been good. That is the problem. Where do you slot him in? That is the problem. But he's just... Foul throw. It looks like we've got a couple of subs coming on as well. I think that's Kante and Mayers, I think. I think he's just going to try to get some minutes into the young lads, to be fair. I think 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗀𝗃, for the most part, has been good this game. How are we feeling about the Villa game after seeing them lose to Wolves yesterday? Got quite a few injuries. They've dropped off a bit. 𝗪𝗲𝘃's got the ball, plays it into Diouf again, who tries to get across away. Goes out for what should be a West Ham corner, but it's not. Yeah, here comes Kante and Mayers. Kante's coming on for Souček, I believe. And Myers for Diouf. I think those are the right calls, to be fair. Born in Wanstead, apparently, Ezra Myers. Not far from where I was born, to be fair. Who was born in Whips Cross? Who was born in Queens? Who was born in some of the older places that are now closed down? Yeah, Somerville picks the ball up. He's in the middle of the park. To Disassi. Disassi plays the ball centrally. Goes nowhere. Kante. West Ham given a foul. There's 7 minutes of added time, by the way. Newcastle pulled it back to 2-2 against Everton, and Everton have gone on and scored straight away. 3-2 Everton. Thank you for anyone who's still watching. I know it's probably not been the most exciting day with me. Do apologise. The youngsters almost scored there. There's been another fuck up. Yeah, again, thank you for anyone who's still watching. Thank you for those of you who join in with me today. I appreciate it's probably not been the most exciting thing. I tried to be positive. There has been positives to take from this match, but overall negative. Starting to see the numbers drop off now. Viewers giving up. Thank you for everyone liking on Facebook. Thank you for all the likes on YouTube. Thank you for all the likes on X. Thank you very much, Yardi. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest, mate. I'm so unbelievably proud of my little girl, Freya. She's an absolute superstar. I'm really looking forward to seeing her be confident and be brave. I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks, mate. Not blaming Mads, but compared to Ariano, he looks inviting as a striker. His distribution's been fairly good, though. Traore brings nothing off the bench, looks slow. Yeah, not done much, has he? Severely disappointed about this result. Liverpool, absolute cheats. We're in this relegation battle. I don't think I expected much. When you look at the fixtures at the beginning of the season, you weren't looking at Liverpool away thinking that's 3 points. We're in this relegation battle, but it's not because we're losing at Anfield. 3 points would have meant everything, but a loss doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. Not saying that I want to see a loss, not saying that I'm happy about it, but I'm just saying when we look at it at the beginning of the season, this isn't somewhere we think that we're going to get 3 points, is it? We haven't won here in years. I've actually got a load of notes that I haven't actually used at all. I was hoping for a draw today. I didn't think it'd be 0-0. But I was hoping for a draw. Liverpool were seeking their third straight clean sheet win, but obviously that hasn't happened. We have one win in our last 57 visits to Anfield. 3 games could have changed our season. Forest, Leeds and Wolves. 100% Ethan. 100% mate. I believe while we were down in the game. Staying up. Yep. Liverpool on point. You got no chance. 100% you haven't. Liverpool have been trash this year. They have been this year, but they've been pretty good in this game. We've been very unlucky. I know it seems silly to say when you've conceded 5 goals, but we've been unlucky. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃 puts the ball out of play there for a Liverpool corner. Well. Russ has just texted, maybe Brighton can do us a favour tomorrow. And then it turns to Wednesday. We win. Forest lose away to Man City, and we're out the bottom 3. Russ always sees it positively. He balances us. He does balance us, to be fair. We have 2 free chances that we should have put away, to be honest. Yep. Let's go Brighton. I'm all tuned in for that tomorrow. Yeah, I think we all have to be Brighton supporters tomorrow. We've got to hope that Nottingham Forest are very tired after their game the other night. We've all got to be cheering on Brighton tomorrow. Liverpool just seeing the game out. It's gone out for a West Ham throw. Fernando's trying to take the throw. No one's really moving for him. Wan-Bissaka makes a move inwards. He's being told to piss off. The supporters are throwing the ball back on the pitch. The throwing can't be taken. Kante plays the ball back to 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗃, who's pushing forward with the ball. Plays it back to 𝗪𝗲𝘃𝗀𝗃, who plays it diagonal to 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗃, who gets the ball under control. He's got space, get a bit of confidence on the lad. He plays the ball in Somerville and continues his run forward on the overlap. Somerville just trying tricks and standing his man up. Plays a good ball through into the path of Bowen, who takes a touch. It's not good, is it? I don't think Traoré's touched the ball since he came on. I'll try and be positive about these signings. I do try. When I'm positive, I get told I'm being too positive. Look, Traoré's on the ball there. There we go. 6 wins from 7 for Liverpool. Old school football. Oh. I don't know what to say. Terrible. Ethan, there is some under 21 attackers who are better than Adama. And I think I'm going to take a look into that with you guys. Brentford finished 4-3 winners. Brentford snatched that late winner. Crazy. One word to sum up the game, guys. Anything for us? Ajala should be ahead of Adama 100%. 100%. Agree with you there, Pete. Peter. Oh, mate. I don't know if I'm being called Pete. Deflated. Yep. A bit unlucky with some, but not surprised at the pool. No, I'm not surprised either. What can we say? Do you think we're going to beat Fulham next week, though? That is the question. Thank you for joining in, Ethan. Thank you for anyone that's joined in with me today. Thank you. You have a good weekend as well, mate. I know I'm going to have a good weekend. Thank you very much for joining in, buddy. Fulham is a must-win now. Yeah, I think it is a must-win. That is a positive to take based on what we've seen today. I think we can win it. The West Ham players are over thanking the away support. No way. Is that true? Oh, oh my God. Good game. Cheers, Trodge. Thanks for joining in today, mate. Yeah, we can do Fulham. I think we can do Fulham as well. Burnley. Yep, exactly. Crazy game. Don't see us winning enough games as winnable ones are running out. I think we've still got Everton, Palace, Fulham, Wolves, Leeds. There are games there that are winnable. What a nutty match at Burnley. Yep, they're certainly giving their players something to look for. That was Ashley Barnes, the late equaliser. For crazy game. It's been an absolutely crazy game. Everton are flying. Yep, Everton are on better form, better away form. But they realistically, we're not going to beat City. We're not going to beat Liverpool. We're not going to beat Arsenal. So I'm just looking at games where we could get points. Handball clearly by Burnley score. Be interesting to see. They're checking possible handball. Refs giving everyone yellow cards in that Burnley game right now while they're checking on VAR. It looks like they're still checking. That is a handball. That is a handball, Yardy. You're right, mate. It looks like a handball to me. Be absolutely gutted, wouldn't they? Connor's in the chat at the moment. He's in text chat at the moment. He's just let us know that our XG at the end of the game was 1.83. Liverpool's was 1.63. So we were clearly doing well there. I am going to shoot off soon. I just want to see the outcome of this Burnley goal. That's been a crazy game, that has. They've already had one goal disallowed for offside. VAR really taking their time over this one. Everyone's crowding the keeper, crowding the referee, but not quite sure. Yeah, it is and it isn't. All data's useful if used in the correct way, but it can be used in the wrong way. Two angles have a different view. Sheesh. Yeah. I mean, XG does point out how clinical a team are, or their lack of positive variations of their clinicism, but we didn't look too clinical. A lot of our shots were weak. So yeah, XG wouldn't be telling the story of this one. I think our defensive stats will be interesting now. I'm looking forward to seeing them. VAR made a decision. Goal disallowed. Burnley have been disallowed again. I've had that goal disallowed again. What's everyone doing with their Saturday evening? Anyone got any plans? Anyone having a few lemonades tonight? If it's true, Bone started even though he was not fully fit. I don't know. He didn't look like he was fit. I know that much. He looked a bit off the mark. Scott Parker does not look happy. He looked a bit off the mark. But yeah, what's everyone doing with their Saturdays anyway? Has anyone got any plans for this evening? Going to stay and watch a bit more football? Is there even any more football today? I don't think so. Actually, I'm just talking bollocks at this stage. Yep, Leeds versus Man City. I fancy Leeds for that one. Brentford Burnley has finished 4. Burnley 4. Burnley 3. Unfortunate for Burnley there. Scott Parker's jacket he's immaculately well dressed gaffer, isn't he? Immaculately well dressed manager. Guys, thank you very much for joining in. There is no reaction show today. Russ, Anton, and Holly are all unavailable. I am now, as I say, I'm off to see my daughter's dance show. Now, as I said, it's her first one. And just so I can show her back later, in the comments, please give Freya a bit of support. It's her first dance show today, and Daddy is immensely proud of you, darling. You're going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see the dance show. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Sorry it's not been the most positive, but we go again midweek. Let us know what you think the score is going to be against Fulham. What more can we do? Stay positive. Come on, you irons. Thanks a lot, guys.